What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can donate to the channel, go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys could donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel. It's down there strolling below. Make sure you guys share the videos. Excuse me. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come up in the building, man. Tell somebody to know somebody. All right. Listen, people want to get in this story real quick. Got a lot of shows, live streams today. I got a busy, I might say a busy week this week. Nigga got jury duty, people. They called the brother. You know what I mean? I used to be like Martin, rip, you know, but they threatening the brother. But anyway. I'm fucking around, kidding. But I do gotta go to jury duty though. It's on a Friday too, crazy. But anyway, so and I gotta get a fucking haircut in the shade. Look out here looking like Wolverine. But anyway, good morning everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to do a lot of morning shows now. I guess cause how I work and shit. So I do a lot of morning shows more than I do a lot of evening and night shows now. But anyway, I ran past this clip from, well, I didn't run past it. A subscriber sent me this clip, and a subscriber wanted to know what my thought process was about, what I thought about this clip. And the number one thing that the subscriber said to me was, I don't know what to believe. Right? Because Lamont Hill did some things that was I'm speaking off of what this person said. This is what they said to me. That he has did some suspect things of coonery to them, to this person, right? And then he heard this other dude couldn't even answer certain questions that Lamont Hill asked him about Lamont himself. Like, you're putting a narrative out there about me that's not true. You know what I mean? And so he was like, I ain't gonna say he, but the person, the subscriber was kind of up in the air about this, and so this person wanted a different perspective, I guess my perspective on what does this sound like to me. This person wants to know am I tripping, or am I seeing what I'm seeing, or am I hearing what I'm hearing, right? So it's just a different perspective that this person want me to go over this, because I guess the person appreciate that I break down shit and try to use regular logic to shit. You know what I'm saying? I try not to overthink things, because sometimes you get caught up in the shit of hearing certain things and you're overdoing it, and then you take the shit way too far, and then you miss the whole point, right? So I try to simply break shit down so people can not overthink shit too much, because a lot of times it's okay to think and go deeper into some shit, and sometimes it's just not. Sometimes just look at shit what it really is, and then you can make a decision off of what you actually see, instead of overthinking it or not thinking about it, right? You got to have a balance with it. But shout out to the subscriber. I forgot the person's name, but shout out to you for sending me this clip. When I seen the clip, I didn't even watch it fully through because I wanted to I wanted to hear this when y'all hear some of it too as well. So we're gonna break this down. Lamont Hill sits down with this brother I guess he calls himself a Pan-African conservative. It's weird shit. It's weird that black people like to label themselves, but then they get upset when people label them a certain way. It's just weird to me. But anyway, um, let's get into it.
One of the things we do here, everybody on night schools, we have something called office hours. Office hours is an opportunity for me to have live Q&A with people in the community. Sometimes people who are in the comment section. Sometimes people who are out in the world. And I came across this brother Brandon who identifies as a Pan Africanist. Correct?
Yes.
This brother Brandon who identifies as a Pan Africanist. And so I saw a comment of yours on Twitter that I
Now,
found
mind
interesting.
you, people, I have a sense of what a Pan African is, with some of them definition of it is, right? But like I said, when people label themselves, right? Anybody can get into a label, right? They would, whatever they believe, and start to change the definition of what how they see what they are part of, or what they're labeled by, right? Or what they want to be labeled by. Everybody does it. That's why I simply try not to label myself other than black. I know how to define blackness. I know how I feel about blackness, and I knows the definition of black, right? Of being a black person, right? So everything else, other than being a dad, a husband, a friend, that's other shit, right? But other like political things or wanting to be a part of a movement and shit like that, I try to stay away from that because I don't want to have this clouded opinion about issues. Because when you are a part of something in a movement, in a way, right? Sometimes you get caught up in the movement where you don't even want to hear the other side of what they're saying, and they could be making sense, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't line up with your narrative. So that's why I don't like to be labeled in those type of realms of shit, right? But anyway, let's move on. But my whole point is, I kind of know what a Pan African is, but like I said, I want to hear with this brother his definition of how he's a Pan African. But anyway, let's move on.
I found interesting, and so I wanted to build with you about it. And I said I always like to have the conversations with folk uh, in person so that we can actually build. So yesterday, I notified Twitter. I posted on Twitter an announcement about the YouTube channel, about this channel that we're on right now, and specifically, I want to bring people into night school, which is my daily program. And so I put this post up that said, join the Mark Lamont Hill official YouTube channel, support independent media. And you responded by saying, sorry, Mark Lamont Hill, the Democrats already have a House Negro. His name is Roland Martin. Can I call you Struggle Roland? And I was like,
No,
what?
no, no, no. I need our people to do something for me, right? I know the shit is supposed to be funny, right? But if a man is trying to be serious with you about having a conversation or just having a dialogue, right? Regardless if you disagree with their politics or with their belief or whatever it may be, the first thing you do not do is start to insult the person. That's why a lot of times in the chat, when these trolls come in here, I don't even give them the time of the day. Because if you're not really, if you don't bring anything to the conversation, your first reaction to anything that I'm saying, and your first, comment is to try to be funny or be offensive or whatever it may be, then we're not really, it's not nothing, it's no reason for me and you to go back and forwards for anything, because now at this point you're just trolling me. You're not really trying to have a real conversation. You're not really trying to disagree with what I'm saying or prove to me that I'm wrong about what I'm saying. You just, it's all games and play for you. So my point is to this brother, and I want to say this to a lot of my brothers and sisters. Listen, I don't agree with everything uh uh Lamont Hill says. I said this shit a long time ago. We have to really watch how we speak to one another, or what we're calling each other. Because, like I said, if you calling somebody's a coon, a house nigga, and shit like that, in the streets, you can get your ass whipped. Right? So I look at it from that perspective. So I try to, as much as I do, try to watch who I call coons and house niggas just because I have a different disagreement. Right? Or we don't see eye to eye on certain things. All black people are not the same either. We all don't see under this lens that white people, a lot of white people think that we do. We don't see everything eye to eye. Some shit we do. Some shit we stand on business with each other. But some shit we don't. And it's okay. It's fine. So I'm one of those people that where I have made these type of mistakes of just because somebody disagree me and they black, I start calling them sellouts. I start saying they coons and house niggas and shit like that when it's not valid in a way, right? It doesn't bring a constructive conversation to the issue. Because at this point, I'm just name calling. I'm not really trying to hear what this person is trying to say. Right? Now, that's just all I'm saying. Each is on to do whatever you want, but it's not productive, believe it or not. We can have a disagreement, but this name calling each other and shit like that, this is not helping. Honestly. If we fighting for the same thing, right? Because at the end we say we fighting for our people, but the first thing we do is just to get in this interaction with each other and start name calling each other. Start disrespecting one another instead of sitting there trying to talk it out and work on an issue that maybe we can come to a common ground on. And then we can we can unify. But this name calling shit and playing with people's name and just being disrespectful with this shit it's getting old, my black folks. Some of us is way too old for this shit. And this is the thing that I don't like about the internet, because some of this shit that these dudes be saying on the internet will not say to you personally to your face. That's why I had to watch my mouth. If I ain't willing to say some of this shit to some people's face, I shouldn't even say it. But anyway, let's move on.
Wow. That's a lot there. And that's why I reached out. I said, I always like to create space to have conversations with black people. I always like to have conversations with people who have a critique. So I guess
listen, and shout out to Lamont Hill and other black folks that's like that. Certain people I would do that with, that's black, right? Or white people, right? It's certain people. I don't care if you black or not. Listen, if you just a person that I know that I'm not, it's no way impossible that we gonna see eye to eye on anything, because you're going to intentionally try to insult me, or you are going to continue to mislead and not open your mind up to anything. Because I don't think I'm right about every fucking thing, but you're not going to sit in front of me and have a conversation with me and pretend that everything that you're saying that's right. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of time. So no, Lamont Hill, like I said, I disagree with him on a lot of shit. I disagree with people that says that shit. I'm not wasting my time with people. Like, I don't have time to be playing with stupid people. Honestly, I don't. People that are not bringing nothing to the issue and we ain't gonna see eye to eye, it's no reason to have a conversation. I don't give a fuck if you black or not. Like, honestly. That's why you would never hear me say I'm pro-black or I'm some type of leftist or some shit like that, because I'm not. Because like I said, I go by issue of how I deal with people. I don't try to pick and choose, but I go by issue of, can we really have a conversation? And I don't want to be a part of a group that where I'm insulting other black people that where we probably can do some work together. We making try to fix some of this shit in our community. But just because I'm over here and I don't agree with probably 60% of what you're saying, and you don't believe in what I'm believing in, I don't want to hear from you. I'm not like that. That's why I don't be trying to be talking about I'm pro-black, African pan-Africanist, whatever the fuck he is. No disrespect, but and I'm not a leftist, not a Democrat. Okay, but let's move on.
My first question for you was when you said the Democrats already have a House Negro. What about me suggested I'm a House Negro for Democrats? I'm just curious.
I mean, Mark, if I could call you Mark. I mean, let's not pretend like for years you weren't a part of the Democrat machine pushing all these different Democrat.
Now, mind you, remember he's saying this to Lamont Hill. Remember he's saying this to this brother. You heard him. Don't be acting like for years you have been pushing Democratic things, right? Paraphrase a little bit. In movement or values or whatever, right? Don't act like you haven't been doing this. Remember he said this. I just want y'all to remember this because it's going to come back and play later. But anyway, let's move on.
Democrat, in my opinion, radical ideologies that they used for so many, that they pandered to for so many years to.
Now, I need y'all to understand when you hear people say radical, right? Being radical back in the day, and I speak from black people, right? From us back in the day. Radical was black people that stood up and fought for injustice and was just, man, we against the system because the system is trying to fuck us over, right? That was what radical meant. But now that the conservatives have been taking over black words and the words and changing the definitions of it, when you hear people now in 2024, when they say radical, right? That's anything that's democratic, right? So out of the gate, before y'all even know this, before I even knew the brother, he's a conservative. So he's on the right. Only the right speaks like this. Okay? I just need people to understand that. Now, mind you, I'm not here to judge the brother because he's a conservative. I'm going to judge the brother and Lamont Hill off of what they're saying and the points that they're making. So, just wanted to get that clear.
Try to gain power, right? You fell out with the Democrats in 2018 when you stood up.
First of all, sir, both parties do that. It ain't just a leftist, radical leftist thing or Democrat thing that's power structuring for power. Conservative Republicans do that as well. What are you talking about? See, this is what I mean by people being a part of being labeled or wanting to be labeled or want to be a part of something. Because they start using the same fucking talking points that their people are making. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. And I probably said this before. The reason that I'm not a Democrat is because anymore is because of the simple fact, yes, probably about 80% of the policies I actually probably agree with. Where they lost me at is, okay, you say we agree on these policies, but when you get there and you get the power to put these policies and, you know, the sign for these policies and make them law, you don't do it. Because you tell us we got to have some votes on the other side. But that's not what you told me. You said when y'all get in office, you vote for me, this is what we gonna do. But then when you get in office, like Biden, when you get in office, you want to do bipartisanship. When you know damn well that the Republican Party is not going to be doing bipartisan shit on the radical shit that they say that's radical, that me as a Democrat is not going to want to do. They logically understand this, but they sit there and lie to us. This is the reason I'm not a Democrat. It has nothing to do with, listen, it's like I said, it's probably about 20% of policies that I don't agree with the Democrat Party on. It's about 80. I do. But probably about 50% of those policies out of the 80, which is 40%, they say they gonna do, but they don't do it. And they be the more important things that actually help black people and others. That's Democrats that vote for them. That's my issue. All the other shit, yes, character matters, all these other things matter to me, but if you was actually living up to this, what you say you're going to do, that you campaigning off of in policies, and you actually get it done, if you give me 80% of what I'm asking, because I know you ain't going to give me 100, I'm okay with that. But if you only giving me 40 out of 100, nah, bro, nah. We not doing that. And then you even give me half of the shit that I actually do agree with you on policies about. Nah, we can't do that. I understood then that you're lying. And then all the theatric shit that they do when they on the campaigns, they only kind of want to holler at black people when shit get real close to the election. Pandering. I don't like that shit. Don't be acting like you need black people to vote for you. If you really don't need our vote until the end, be honest with us. And then when you get in there, you don't do shit for us, really. So that's why I'm not a Democrat. My point is that even though I know that about the Democrat Party, why would I even, and I know damn well it's nothing over, and listen, it's nothing that the Republicans has not been saying for years, that I've been disagreeing with them when I was a Democrat. What are they saying that make me will want to go over that side and vote for them and be a conservative Republican? It's no policies. They've been having the same fucking policies like the Democrats have. Democrats have been lying about some of the shit. Some of it a little new, but some of it they've been lying about. That's why I'm not a Democrat. And then, okay, on the Republican Party side, I know exactly what I'm getting. I never agreed with that bullshit. So why would I leave, like people like to say, a plantation over here, some black people say, to go to another plantation when I actually know what this plantation is? The reason I didn't ever get under that umbrella of a plantation is because that shit never lined up with me. That's why I was over here. So now that I disagree with this side, I run over here and see if they can do some shit for me that I wanted over here that they didn't do, and I know they don't do. It doesn't make any logic sense when black people do that. When some of our black people do that. It makes no fucking sense. But anyway, let's move on.
When you stood up for Palestine, which I would say is a just cause, you know, I'm okay with you there. And basically,
mind you, he said that as well. Mind you, he's saying this. He's saying Lamont Hill got destroyed by Democrats. Well, ousted from the Democrat Party because of the whole Palestine thing when he stood up for the Palestinians, right? Remember, he said I'm okay with that. I'm okay that you stood up and did what you did. Remember, he said that as well. Okay? Because he, listen, because I don't want to give the whole clip up, but, oh, this dude, man. This is why I don't want to have conversations with conservative people. Their logic don't make sense. They contradict themselves over and over and over again, and then they expect you to sit there and compromise with them. Nah, bruh. You gotta stand for something. And then the shit that you actually do stand for, we ain't gonna never see eye to eye on. But some shit that we can see eye to eye on, you contradict yourself and say one thing and then say another thing. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, let's move on.
Democratic military industrial complex turned on you because you didn't play along with the narrative that they tried to force down our throats about Israel.
Sir, my brother, and I'm using that loosely. My brother, both parties are a part of the military military thing. They both warmongers on both sides of the goddamn aisle. Really, they both do it. They're both warmongers. It just is what it is. Listen, I believe a lot of us is okay with the military. It's just certain shit in it. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with having the best military in the world for defense and helping others when we need to help them. It's just when you weaponize that shit, when you go around in other countries and kill innocent men, women, and children, it's a fucking issue. When you're taking over a country because it benefits you, come on, man. I think we all should have an issue with that, but I have no problem with our military being the best in the world, and when we got to step up and do some shit, I'm not mad at some of the shit. But a lot of the shit we do, no. Do you know why? Because as a black person, I see how our government weaponized our law enforcement and how they use our law enforcement against us. So imagine what they do, our government does with our military. The best in the world, what they do to other countries. That's why some black folks or some people have an issue with the military. It's not actually the people that's fighting. We got a problem with the government that's in control of the military. But anyway, let's move on. But don't act like it's just the Democrats, dude. No, it's the Republicans too. Stop. See, this is my issue. This is why I can't be a Republican or a Democrat. I can't be it. They always trying to blame the other side for only doing something when your side is doing it as well. And then you don't even stand on it. So move on, man.
So I just look at you as a person who you were burned by the Democrats. Now you have an issue with why are people voting for Joe Biden? Why are people voting for Democrats or whoever?
Which you said before that I was supporting the Democrats.
You were right there. You were right there.
Sir. The hypocrisy of this whole conversation is that you act like people can't change. Sir, I used to be a Democrat. Sir, I used to be a very religious person, sir. You, as a human being, I have a right. If I see some things that for a long time that I thought was okay, and it's not okay to me now because I actually did more work. I actually put in the work to figure out why nothing is changing or whatever it may be that I come to my conclusion. I have the right to change my fucking mind. And sir, we live in America, bro. I know y'all don't, these type of people, y'all don't believe in people rights really on the conservative side, because you prove it every day and you proving it now. But anyway, I have the right to do that. Okay? Anybody have the right to do that. Okay? Now listen. The problem with this is that, I mean, another problem with this is that imagine somebody tells you that you used to be living a life of crime, right? And you decide to say, you know what, I'm sick of living that life of the crime. I see my ways. I know I was wrong about it, blah, 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 right? And you a different person now. And you criticize criminality. But this type of person comes and bring up your past and say, who are you to criticize criminality when you used to be a criminal? Sir, my people, we don't criticize the people that we're trying to reach that finally makes it out, right? Like, you don't do that. Like, I'm not gonna criticize somebody young, right? And they got a little older. They did a lot of criminal fucked up shit back in the day, and then they get a little older, and then they figure out I did a lot of fuck shit. I'm not gonna keep bringing up their past to try to hurt them. And you know what I'm gonna tell them? Use your pain. Use your past of when you was doing criminality shit, and you use that and you take that and go try to reach those kids and show them that it was wrong. That's what you do. You don't make fun of them. You don't disrespect them. You don't hold that shit over their head. This is all he's doing. This is all he's doing. And how sad is that as human beings we can't forgive one another for certain shit? All it did, the man, he leaned more left. We're just assuming here, right? But he just leaned more left. He's with the Democrat Party. Fine, bro. Now he's not. Now he's, and even if you, listen, in the political realm, it's nothing wrong with you if you voted for somebody and they didn't do something and y'all don't see eye to eye on political shit. It's nothing wrong with you criticizing the person that you voted for. Nobody lives in no fucking cult, bro, like a lot of these conservative MAGA motherfuckers do, where you motherfuckers will not criticize this nigga Trump, even though you disagree with a lot of shit that he's doing and saying. He doesn't have your values, and you know it. That's a cult, bro. Everybody got a reason. We can criticize Joe Biden, but we know Joe Biden better than Trump. I'm not even a Democrat. I know he better than Trump. I trust Biden more with making sure I keep my rights than Trump do. Do I think that Joe Biden care about black people like that? No. But I think he care about black people and other people more than Trump does. And listen, and that's all that matters to me in this election. I don't give a fuck about the I'm past that. I can't get past this man's character. And the people that he surrounds himself with that are fucking racist. And these motherfuckers are sitting here telling us we tripping, we radical, I'm sorry, we too woke. Nigga, you call me whatever you want. But the one thing you can't call me is a stupid motherfucker that sits on the side and never criticizes a man that criticizes everybody else, but he can't take criticism. But he's strong. He's what the country needs. He can't take criticism. And neither a lot of you conservative motherfuckers. Please, I don't need to hear about no policies or how bad Biden is. It doesn't matter to me at this point. I try to warn y'all about policies and shit 4 years ago, when a lot of people went out and voted for Biden. That's when a lot of our black people should have took stance. Miss me with that shit. At this point, nigga, this is about survival. I'm not sitting here go out and be like, oh, Biden, oh, he fell. He got open borders, and I'm not. You really think I'm really looking at that? And you like to say a lot of times black people vote out of emotions. You call it what you want. I'm just not in a cult. I'm not a stupid motherfucker. I see what I see. Trump, Biden. I know the policies already, so I ain't got there's nothing to debate with me about the policies. Character. I'm gonna rock with Biden. I'm gonna make sure I do my part, or make sure this racist piece of shit don't get in office again with his racist buddies and turn this country upside down and put everybody. You think that we don't all see eye to eye now? If this motherfucker win, oh nigga, it's on. And I'm gonna tell white people this: if you ain't standing up and you ain't riding on the right side, then it's fuck you. And I don't give a fuck what race you are. If you riding with Trump, you against me. If he wins, you riding against me. I don't trust none of you motherfuckers. And I mean that. Because you can't keep telling me that this dude gonna bring the country together when he's trying to make everybody believe in one thing. That's not America. I think we have seen this story before. It was called slavery. And you just ignoring that. You ignoring the history of America. Okay, cool. Let's move on, man.
So let me bring up a couple things. Here's a piece that I wrote in 2008 called "Not My Brand of Hope." Did you vote for Obama? I don't know if you're old enough to vote. Did you vote for Obama?
Yeah, I voted for Obama the first term.
So you voted for the Democrat. In 2008, I was the...
Mind you, he voted for Barack. If I'm not mistaken, because it's been a minute, I didn't even vote for Barack the first term around. I think I voted for him the second time. Because I was very upset at how he was being mistreated by these racist ass white folks. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But I think I voted for him the second time. I didn't vote for him the first time. I don't think I did. I gotta go back and look at my shit. But how is it okay for you to be a Democrat and voted for Biden? I mean, voted for and you voted on Democrat radical issues with Barack, but now you're calling Lamont Hill a radical and defending the Democrat Party and all this other shit when you did it too. How you better, bro? How you better? And then you didn't just leave one plantation and be a house Negro. You ran to another plantation and a party and turned into another house Negro. So you ain't no different than Lamont Hill the way you speaking about this brother. But anyway, let's move on. Because Lamont Hill get ready to break some shit down to him and get ready to debunk all that dumb shit he get ready to say. But listen to how, to how he filibusters.
I was the most visible and prominent black person at this time to say why I wasn't going to endorse President Obama. In fact, here's the piece I wrote in the Root during the first year that the Root was around, called "Not My Brand of Hope," and I break down all the reasons why I didn't vote for Obama and why I wasn't going to vote for Obama. Right.
Right.
Now I'm going to show you something
So
else.
mind you, he never voted for Barack. Not both, both of the terms. Never voted for him, but he did. The so-called Black Pantherist, whatever the fuck he is. No disrespect, but this supposed to be pro-black brother. Listen, you voted for Barack. Actually, me and you the same. I voted for Barack one time. You voted for Barack one time. We might have just did it at different times. You probably did the first term. I most likely did the second term. So you ain't no better than me. I don't think I'm no better than you. But I'm going to wait on saying that. Because I think I might be better than him. But you ain't no better than the brother Lamont Hill because you voted Democrat. He didn't. But let's move on.
Now here's a piece where it says I didn't write this piece. They wrote the piece. Mark Lamont Hill to vote Democrat for first time in 24 years. So you're saying up until 3 or 4 years ago, I'm sorry, until 2018, I supported Democrats. But according to this article, I've only voted for one Democrat in a quarter of a century. According to the chronology, even of this piece.
And the person he voted for, if I'm not mistaken, was Joe Biden. In 24 years, 25 years, my state, he ain't vote for a Democrat. But one time. Same shit, so he ain't no better either. Right? He never said he was better, but this dude pretend that he's better. You voted for a Democrat in the last 24 years, just like everybody else probably did. How you better, brother? And I use brother very lightly to this dude. See the hypocrisy? See, they don't even see their own ways of their own hypocrisy. But anyway, let's move on. But he's intelligent. He's smart. I told you, people can be very educated in books, but their logic and their understanding what shit really is, the truth, the facts, like real life, it doesn't matter to them because they live in a bubble. Some live in a cult, like a bubble, but motherfuckers live in a bubble. And this is what happened when you say that, oh, I'm with this team. And I'm with this team. You with that team, I'm with this team. And that's how that goes. Then you stop using common sense. Then your logic don't make sense. That's why I keep my mind open to everything. I don't care what it is. I keep my mind open. You just can't just be neural-minded like that. Now, certain issues, yes, I'm probably like, nah, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Because it's about humanity with some of this shit that I stand on business on. But some shit, no. I gotta have an open mind and shit. I just can't be lured to this party or lured to this label or some shit. I can't do that. Because it'll cloud my mind to where I won't hear others out and I can't see shit. Now, people might be sitting here, oh, I'm defending Lamont Hill. No, I'm defending the truth and facts. We can get all upset about Lamont Hill or certain things that we disagree with on this brother with. So have I. That's one thing. But we're talking about facts here. We're talking about the truth and what is not true. And when people start to trying to find gray areas in facts and fiction, then we have a fucking problem. Because the truth is just the truth. You can't, it seems like the people that want to make up shit and lie about shit want to fabricate the truth. You can't do that. The truth is what it is. And sometimes the truth hurts. The truth ain't always good. Like it always gonna make you feel good. The truth gonna hurt you sometimes. That's life, bro. But you don't get to ignore the fucking truth or facts. But anyway, let's move on.
Peace, I didn't vote for it. You do know that I'm a lifelong Green Party member. Did you know that?
I didn't know you were a lifelong Green Party member. I really make I make no separation.
See, labeling himself again. See, I told people I don't like the labeling shit. That's why when people be like, listen, if you're going to label me an independent, or don't label me at all. But I don't even like to be labeled as an independent. I'm just a dude that really understand how political shit works. Right? I do my homework. I do what I'm supposed to do to figure out shit. But I'm not bound and loyal to a party or a label. I'm just not trying to be that. Only label, if you want to label me, but it ain't really a label, it's just who I am. I'm a black American. I'm black. I'm a black person that live in America. Like, that's just what it is. But it's not really a label. It's just who I am. You see me? But this, I'm part of the Green Party and all that shit. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Not being part of nothing. If I like what you're doing, I'm going to support you. That's how that goes. But to say, oh, I'm a part of the Green Party, or I'm a part of I'm independent, I'm an independent voters or voter, I'm in that realm. Like, if you want to look at me that way, fine. But I don't label myself as that. I don't like them type of labels, because you don't know what my political thought process is or how I see the world. You have no fucking clue, in a way. Because one minute we can agree on probably 90% of shit, and then the other 10%, we just ain't gonna agree on it. But dude, that makes me a liberal or Democrat or independent? No. You don't know what my labels are. Because I don't want to be labeled. But anyway, let's move on.
Separation between the Green Party and the Democrat Party. It's really the same thing. It's just Democrats by another name. Me, I'm a very straight shooter.
How so?
Sir, that is not true, right? Because we talk about labels now. That is not true, right? The Green Party look at policies. They're more of independence. They look at what's good for and they more of what's good for the earth, what's good for the people. They are more spiritual people than religious in a way, right? It's a mixed bag of people in the Green Party, right? It's just like being an independent. But listen, it is people that claim that they're independents that lean more right in policies. So is they really an independent? No. An independent just look at policies. Like the definition of it, I'm not choosing any side. That's basically what that is. But this is what an independent is. You could be independent, right? You don't want to be labeled as a Democrat or a Republican, right? You don't want to be a part of either party. So, because you're tired of this shit, right? Usually that's what an independent is, right? But the left may have some good policies, but not for all your morals. And it's vice versa for the right. I don't label myself because I already told people I would never vote for Republicans. It don't line up with me morally. So does that mean I'm a leftist? No. Because I won't vote for a fucking Democrat if morally they don't line up with my shit. So at the end of the day, that's why people assume, like, okay, well, he an independent then. Not an independent. They don't want to be labeled as that because you don't know where I may go. Listen, it may be 10 years from now that a Republican may run and have the policies that I'm like, okay, I fuck with that. I'm voting for that person. But right at this point, I won't vote for a fucking Republican. Not now. They policies, their moral principles doesn't line up with mine. That shit is all a fraud over there to me. They lie about everything. Democrats lie about a lot of shit. But the Republican Party lie about everything. And they don't have no morals and principles. That shit is really truly about power structure. And they're telling you that, and motherfuckers just ignore that because, oh, it lines up with my beliefs. No, it doesn't. I wouldn't listen. How I'm going to ride with a party that on sometimes they want to bring harm to innocent people because of some bad people. That shit don't make no sense to me, or to make themselves feel good because they disagree with certain. Listen, I don't agree with racist people. I don't want to see nothing harmful happen to them, and we totally morally don't have anything in common. But I don't want to see them hurt or oppressed and shit like that. No. But you know, people can't understand that because they live in a bubble.
But let's just be clear though. You were saying that I was a shill for the Democratic Party, and I'm showing you. Here's another piece of me in not voting for Hillary Clinton in 2018. Would you at least, to move forward? Would you at least be able to concede that you were wrong? That I keep supporting?
No, I'm not going to concede that I was wrong because.
Well, let me ask a question before you say no.
Okay.
You said that I consistently endorsed Democratic Party candidates, and I've never endorsed a Democratic Party candidate.
You consistently endorsed radical liberal policies. Anybody can go listen to Green Party presidential candidate Ralph Nader. He has a podcast.
My dude. Because me and you disagree on policies doesn't mean I support. Now you broke it down. You said, see, this is the filibuster. This is what these conservatives do. On one hand, you say the man, he consistently always vote Democratic. He defends Democratic shit all the time. We know that's a lie, right? Then once he get caught in the lie, once he know that he's caught in the lie, he filibusters and say, you do all the radical left, you support all the radical left, excuse me, I'm paraphrasing a little bit, all the radical left policies. Listen, my brother, it's some shit that I agree with the right on some shit. Even though morally I know they doing it in the wrong way, but I actually agree with it. Does that make me a right winger? Do that mean I support all the radical Republican shit, conservative shit? No, you asshole. You see how they contradict themselves? That shit can go both ways, bro. Listen, people, I don't believe in abortions. I'm leaning with the right on that. To a certain extent. It's not, listen, I don't believe in abortions. But people, number one, I'm not a woman. Number two, I'm not a doctor. And number three, who am I to judge some shit that I know that I'm not a woman or a doctor about? And I'm not religious. Even though I know about all this shit, but I'm not none of these people. Type of people. I can believe some shit. I can believe whatever I want to believe in. Do I truly think, is it factual that women be out here killing unborn kids? If you want to look at it in a way of that you think when a woman knows that she's pregnant and she want to get an abortion at a certain time in trimesters or some shit like that, you can make that case, but then on one hand, you can't make that case. because I'm not religious. I don't, not gonna sit there. Mind you, these same people don't believe in science, but then they want to use science against you to help their religious points of views about a fetus. Tell me where that makes sense. Okay, now listen, but I'm not sitting here bigging up the right because they so-called supposed to be pro-life, or I'm siding with all religious. No, I don't believe in abortion. Right? I believe in life. Right? But listen, I can't say I'm pro-life or no shit like that, because nigga, everybody, listen, you fuck with mine, I'll take your life. So I can't sit here and act like I'm pro-life. Every life is a life. You don't just get to sit there and just, pro-life only just mean for when a woman know that she's pregnant. Now they moving into where they got eggs and shit, storage and shit. Now they lives. Going down that rabbit hole. But if you're gonna go down that rabbit hole, we should not be killing one another then, for no apparent reason, regardless. Because a lot of those eggs can wind up turning out to be suicide bombers. So are you really pro-life? Or would you kill that egg that make him grow up to be a serial killer or suicide bomber or whatever the fuck, a terrorist or whatever? You're gonna most likely try to kill him, right? So you're not pro-life. That's why I said, yes, my moral, whatever my belief is about abortion, my own belief. That shit should not have an effect on law. Because am I really against abortion? Because when we allow human beings to get murdered and killed, am I really pro-life? Am I really against abortion? Or this is a future embryo or something that's going to grow up to somebody that I would want to kill? See, we not thinking logically. These motherfuckers just think off of religion because they live in a cult. And a lot of religious people get upset at me, but I told y'all religion is a cult. The religion always contradict life. It actually does. But anyway, let's move on.
The guy is a Democrat, just a different label. He's a radical liberal, Trump deranged, just like every liberal that you listen.
Bruh, please stop that. And that's right-wing talking points. Once again, this is what I'm saying. This cult-like shit. Listen, bro, just because we criticize Trump, that means we got Trump derangement. Listen, I told y'all, when Trump lost, if he lost the election, I probably wouldn't talk about Trump like that no more. Not like I used to do when he was in office and running for president and all that shit. I don't talk about Trump like that. I talk about his supporters. I talk about you deranged, deplorable people. Listen, my brother, regardless if you're conservative or not, if you do not see the hypocrisy of the man that you defend, then we're not the problem, bro. Regardless if we are liberals or we're not liberals, or we got Trump derangement, whatever, however you want to label it. If you cannot see the hypocrisy in that man that you're voting for, but you can see all the hypocrisy on the other side, but you can't see that man, then you're why are you criticizing anybody? You're the fraud. You don't want too woke, if you want to put it that way. You don't want too radical. You don't want lost your damn mind. Because your logic don't add up. It is not even fair if you really want to be on. You can criticize the left, but you don't criticize the right. And they do fuck shit. Nobody perfect, bro. You telling me Trump is perfect? They out to get him? Nigga, we came to find out Martin Luther King wasn't perfect. You know they bring up all his shit? Almost over 100 years later? Fuck out of here. Oh, Martin Luther King, he was out there fucking around with them hoes. Okay. And we can criticize it. But I guarantee you, him fucking around with some hoes does not take away what the man overall he did. But Trump, yeah, we can say that because he's a liar. I guarantee you, I'm probably about 90% sure. If Martin Luther King was alive today and some of them criticisms came out and it came out that factually this shit was true, he would admit it. That he was cheating on his wife. He was out there fucking with them hoes. Because I believe he was more of a stand-up man, way more of a stand-up man than Donald Trump. The man is a habitual liar. But this dude want to sit here and pretend everything on the left is bad, but nothing on the right is bad. This is my problem with conservative people. You can't have it both ways. You can't tell me everything on the left is horrible, but it's nothing bad going on over at the Republican Party. You won't even criticize it. This has come with the megas. Like, you can't do this shit. Because then you lose me. If you really want me to hear you out, you lose me. Don't tell me it's bad on one side, but it ain't bad on the others. On the other side where you at? Come on, bruh. That's like me sitting here and telling y'all I do everything good. Bullshit. I fuck up. I ain't perfect. I do some shit that I ain't got no business doing sometimes. The one thing about me, I always at least try to hold myself responsible for the bad shit that I do, though. Or where I fuck up at. Or I can admit it. I'm not nobody that you can't come and criticize what I do. Shit, I learned that through my wife. Baby, you know, getting a little bougie, nigga. Getting a little, yeah, like I can't say nothing to criticize. I'm tripping. No, I ain't doing that. But listen, you doing some shit I don't like, though. Does that count? Or you just don't give a fuck about that? I say, you know what? I had to sit back and think about it. I said, my baby right. Wifey right. And I start taking a lot more self-responsibility of what I do and say. And listen to the criticism sometimes. Listen, criticism a lot of times should not, well, I tell you 95% of the time, it should not make you feel good. I don't give a fuck who you are. Anybody criticize you. It could be somebody that truly love you. Nigga, it's never gonna feel good. But it's a part of life. It's a part about getting better and working on yourself to do better. So you won't make them same mistakes. You won't make people feel this way about you. Or you won't make them feel a certain type of way of how you're acting. That's self-responsibility, people. But anyway, let's move on. We just live in a weird-ass time right now.
That you listen to.
Ralph Nader's not a member of the Green Party, though, brother.
What party is he in?
I don't know, but he's not a member of the Green Party.
Okay.
He's been a member of the Green Party in 20 years.
But when he was running for president, who did he run under?
In 2000, 24 years ago?
Who did he run under?
Yeah, 24 years ago he was a Green Party.
Okay, what you got to understand is when I voted for Obama, I was 23 or 23 years old.
Sir, Donald Trump, he wouldn't tell you this, but he probably voted for a lot of Democrats back in the day. Or he might not have voted at all. We never have knew that Donald Trump was very religious back in the day. Now all of a sudden he's very religious. You don't see nothing wrong with that? But anyway, let's move on.
Years old. It was actually my first time voting. But once I saw, when I was able to see the writing on the wall, I didn't vote for Obama the next term. I voted Republican. And
Okay,
since then,
so
I've been voting.
Sir, who the fuck cares? I listen. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. Nobody wants to believe me on this, but I'm gonna be very honest. A lot of black people, regardless if you see them conservative or not now, a lot of them voted for Barack Obama because he was the first black president. I chose not to do that. I didn't believe in voting. I won't lie to y'all about that. Now, has my view of voting changed through the last 15, 16 years or some shit like that? Yes. Okay? But come on, bro. A lot of people voted for Barack because he was black. Let's just be real. The first black president, nigga, come on. And listen, and I'm gonna tell you something real shit. Where I come from, niggas wasn't voting, nigga. We was out for survival. We didn't give a fuck who was in office. We probably didn't know who was the president or what they. I ain't gonna say we didn't know who the president was. We didn't give a fuck about their policies. A lot of people in the hood don't. If you out for survival, you don't really know these motherfuckers' policies. You see motherfuckers now. They don't really know what's going on with these policies and shit, with these candidates and these people, these Republicans and Democrat policies are. Half people don't know shit. So imagine a young me. I don't know nothing about that shit. Nigga, I don't give who doing what. Like, is this shit happening here? Like, you get what I mean? I wasn't even into politics. A lot of people wasn't into politics. We just wasn't. Am I going to hold that against people? No. My responsibility, fuck a job. My responsibility is to educate my people on it, so we can make right decisions for us. So we have enough time to pay attention to it. So we don't have to be out here just trying to survive. So we can vote the right people in to make our life a little better. That's my purpose. But this whole notion that like black people, like we pay attention to politics, we just don't. We struggling out this bitch. We hurting. We not paying attention. Listen, you got half of white America don't really pay attention to that shit. And there's more of them than us. Just they half damn near equals up to us. That don't know about it. Come on, man. Let's move on.
I've been voting Republican. You had a time during.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, even so, when you say, so you're saying that even though you say I endorse these Democratic Party candidates, right? Not people who are like Democrats or liberals.
I didn't say you endorse Democratic Party candidates. What I said is
you specifically did. You specifically did. I can rewind and show you when you said that. Okay. But you now acknowledge that I don't, right? You acknowledge that, right?
You were not a member. You never voted Democrat. You were a member of the Green Party.
Yes.
And you can acknowledge that I said that I make no separation between the Green Party and the Democrat Party, because when you actually
after you filibustered, after he broke down to you like, nigga, I don't vote for Democrat candidates. You filibustered and changed the narrative. What conservatives do when they get caught up. They good at that shit, but I'm better at it, of catching your bullshit. You changed the narrative, bro. Then you brung up, hey, well, you still, I don't see the difference between the two. So now it's a whole nother different discussion. But anyway, let's move on.
It do the digging into the Green
What
Party.
would be a legitimate? So does the Democratic Party? You said the Democratic Party supports the military-industrial complex, right?
Of course they do.
How does in what way does the Green Party support the military-industrial?
Do you hear? In what way does the Green Party support the military-industrial complex?
Give me an example. Yeah.
Show me.
No, I want you to give me an example.
Okay. I will be honest with you. I don't look at the Green Party's policies concerning Ukraine and all that stuff. I mostly focus on like
At
Democrat.
least that's the most honest thing you said since you started talking. You don't know, but then you're gonna contradict yourself by still telling us this is what they do, though. That they support this. Anyway, man, this is why you can't have conversations with these type of people. When they live in a cult, when they live in a bubble, when they had drifted so far over because it benefits them financially and in their narrative. Because the narrative fits they financial pockets. Put that money in their pockets. Come on, bro.
Like Democrat, Republican parties that actually have a chance to win and hold the seat of power. So the Green Party is to me, the Green Party is like someone saying, I vote independent.
So let me ask a different question then. Do you feel like you know enough about the Green Party to critique their policies?
Yes, I do, because I've listened.
So if you do, then my question would be, give me an example of since you say because the reason I'm saying this is because you say I fell out with the Democratic Party over the military-industrial complex. But then when I say I'm a Green Party member, you say they're the same, and I say, well, the Green Party doesn't support the military-industrial complex, and you say, well, I don't know enough to have that conversation. So let's talk about a different issue. The Democratic Party supports. Does the Democratic Party support reparations?
The thing here, Mark, we're not really here to argue about the Green Party. What we're here to discuss.
Well, yeah, you kind of is, because you changed the narrative. You accused the man of being a Democrat house Negro or a plant or whatever, right? Well, not a plant, but a house Negro. Then when he broke it down to you and proved to you, listen, I haven't voted for a Democrat in almost 25 years. Then you change the narrative. And he said, well, I'm a part of the Green Party. I've been voting Green Party. Then you said, well, okay, fine. Well, the Green Party is no different than the Republican. No different than the Democratic Party. It lines up politically the same. Okay, cool. Right? Then he asks him, hey, name specific things that where the Green Party lines up politically and policies wise with the Democrat Party. He never names it. He filibusters. Then he filibusters again when he asks him the same question again, and then he says, look, we're not here to debate the Green Party. Come on, man. We got to do better. Listen, and the reason we got to do better is because some of you so-called conservative drifters, you're not really good at what you do when you step in the ring with people that are very educated. And now I'm not just talking about book smarts. When we understand reality, we understand hypocrisy. When we understand what makes sense, when we understand facts and truth. And we know what fiction is, and we know what lies is. We know what these filibustering type of shit that you do. We know what your party stands for. And then you try to act like your party over here is so great, but you are lying about, and you filibustering, and you doing shit and lying on people, labeling people that you shouldn't be labeling them as, but then you get mad when they label you. Tell me how it makes sense. Listen, people, I don't get very upset if somebody labeled me. My issue is explain how you're labeling me that. If you can't explain that to me, then what the fuck are you talking about? But when I label you and I tell you what you are, to me, what I see, I can explain it to you. If I stand on business, if I stand on it. But let's move on.
Us
Well,
is
no, I'm not talking about the Green Party. You made a point saying I'm a House Negro for the Democrats.
yeah.
And I'm not a Democrat.
You listen. Let's take Democrat out. Liberal,
so let's take out what
radical
you're saying
liberal.
is disregard.
Now let's take out what you called him. Because we can't talk about that because we know that it ain't true. Right? So now let's take that out and let's talk about what I want to say that you are. When you already said that you already said what you thought he was. See the hypocrisy? See, I never listen. I'm gonna be very honest about this, and this might be being petty. I never trust a black dude with these type of big ass glasses on, looking like a character. I don't trust people like that. I don't even really trust a lot of black people that every time you see them, they in a suit. I question them. Not meaning that I don't believe that that's how they like to dress. I just question their character a little bit. And that could be me stereotyping, but it is what it is. I told you it's kind of being petty. I don't trust a dude with no big ass glasses on like that. You out here, you supposed to be getting fucked by our people like that, but you dress like them. You're against all this, how they dress and who they are and the whole culture of black people is shit that some of us do. But then you turn around and you dress like them. It's like Charleston White. This is the same Negro that sit there and say he mad at a lot of the shit that go in the black community, but then he turns around and get on the internet and do the same exact shit that the rappers do, but then tell us, no, listen, no, it's different. I'm being a character. But understand, a lot of these rappers, these little young rappers and shit, they live up to who the fuck they are, regardless if we disagree with them or not. So when he comes out, he talk about the King Vons and shit like that. King Von more realer than Charleston White. Because he actually lived and be exactly who the fuck he is. To the day he died. And I'm not condoning what he did and all that shit. I'm not saying that. But at least I respect that he's who he really is. He's not trying to pretend that he's something that he's not. Charleston White does that. And this is the same thing with these type of dudes, but they out here trying to look like black people, trying to relate. Nigga, why am I trying to relate to people that I don't like? It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let's move on. Matter of fact, let's take a quick commercial break, people. We right back. All right. Welcome back from quick commercial break, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate it. anything you guys could donate to the channel. If you need more information, to subscribe and donate to the channels down there scrolling below. Make sure you guys hit the like button, people, and make sure you guys share the videos to tell somebody that knows somebody, so we can bring the people up in here, man, so we can keep pushing the movement. All right, of making our people aware of what the fuck is really going on out here, and really what's really going on out here in our country. Right? All right. Let's get back into it, man. But it's wild of the hypocrisy from these conservative black folks, because they're very confused. That's why they filibuster and they change subjects and they do this shit, because they're confused. They can't explain what they really stand for, other than white supremacy. It's just weird to me. That's the only thing that they can comprehend. I mean, that they can explain is we stand for white supremacy. They're not really saying that, but fully. But the shit that comes out of their mouth, that's what that is. But anyway, let's move on.
So, radical liberal policy.
Okay, so
as black people, listen, as black people, right? I'm a Pan-African, so I focus a lot on black people, but white people are great too. They're Americans. I'm an American.
Let me just say this. This is always this is the deflection. This is where the conservative black people try to pretend. This is what white people do too. The conservative white people do, right? Especially the racist ones. This is what they do. They filibuster and go into how much they care about black people, or how worried they are about us. But at the same time, disrespect us. In the beginning, disrespect us, but then tell us how they're worried about our people and they about our people. This is what black conservatives do. They disrespect black people, and then they turn around and tell us, listen, this is what I'm about, what I am about our people. But it's all a lie. You just trying to, your whole purpose, listen, to all the black conservatives out there, right? And it's probably 0.000001% that I may not be talking about. But the rest of you black conservatives, all of y'all are trying to do is recruit us to be with white supremacists. Cause you the ones are really the house niggas. And you just deflecting and trying to just call Democratic people, a lot of black people that vote Democrat, house niggas. When a lot of us just not informed about policies and how shit really work. That don't mean that we on a plantation, that we want to be on a plantation. That means we're just confused. Right? But you know better. And then you're trying to recruit us to another plantation. Tell me how that makes sense. So this whole notion you can come out and you can say, oh, let me tell you what I am. I'm about black people. You're not. You're just as misleading as the so-called radical liberals are. White liberals are. Honestly. You mislead us. Or these so-called radical black Democrat liberal leaders. Right? Black people. You're no different than them. You try to placate like you are, but listen, motherfuckers like me know better. I know better. I watch the behaviors. I see the same shit over and over again. Same talking points from both sides. Like, come on. Fuck out of here. Let's move on.
I'm an American. I love America. Marc, we are at a crucial stage in the
Can I just say this? When anybody, because I like to see, I like to break down talking points and shit that they say out their mouth. When you hear conservative people tell you they love America, they're telling you that the America they want, they love. They don't think that you're an American. They think that you are against America because you won't agree with their policies or with their ideology. How you more American than me? I thought us having different opinions of how we see the country or our principles is that's what make us Americans, or the different colors of our skin. was supposed to make America. But I told you the country was never built off of that. It was only built off of white men. And them same people that the forefathers wanted to run away from, to come here and steal and do all the shit that they did to this country, that they ran for, they wound up turning into. That's why you got these religious nuts over here. Same shit they ran from. Them religious nuts is over here, and they done took over the country. Let's move on.
Trajectory or downfall of our country. That's not the time to get lost in the weeds arguing about the ins and outs specifics of the Green Party. Here's the fact. Nobody from the here's the fact. Here's the fact. No one from the Green Party is ever going to be president. Let's be men and let's talk like men about things that matter. Here's another fact. Palestine ain't got nothing to do with Palestine.
So, first of all, sir, you are sit here dressed like Jazzy Faye, and you talking about let's be men about it. This nigga literally looked like he's dressed up like Jazzy Faye, like this is Halloween or some shit. He look like a Halloween. He look like he got a Halloween costume on. I told you I don't trust niggas with these goofy ass glasses on. But anyway. But people, let me say this. You can't be a man and want to have a real conversation when you are intentionally trying to mislead people. Regardless of what your beliefs is. Regardless what it is. When you are intentionally trying to mislead people, you're not being a man and really want to have a conversation. When you're filibustering, nigga. Oh, we don't want to talk about the Green Party. We want to talk about that. But nigga, you accuse this man of being a Democrat. He told you he's not. I'm part of the Green Party. That's what I'm in. He asked you, do you know what the Green Party policies is and what we standing for? He says no. So what the fuck are you talking about? How can you accuse him of being a part of something you don't even know what he's a part of? Tell me how it makes sense. This is why I don't have these conversations with these type of people. It's irrelevant to have conversations with people that intentionally misleading and lying to people and filibustering for no apparent reason. Well, I know why he's doing it, because he got caught in the lies. But, bro, just bow out gracefully. You just say you was wrong. But you can't do that. Because you know why? Because your Lord Jesus Christ, Donald Trump, never admits that he lies. That's where they get that shit from. But anyway, let's move on.
Palestine has nothing to do.
Let me pause you for a minute. I'll let you finish. But you're misrepresenting the conversation.
The reason why I'm calling you a house.
I only brought the Green Party up as a direct challenge to the unfactual statement you made that I have endorsed and been a member of the Democratic Party.
Right.
In fact, you specifically said that I fell out with the Democratic Party in 2018, which is untrue. So I only brought the Green Party up as a contradiction of that. But we can move on to the point that you're making. So like, you say that as a what part of the Republican Party supports a Pan-African vision?
No part of the Republican Party has to support a Pan-African. That's the whole point. The party.
First of all, sir, yes, it does. That's a fucking lie. Because you support the conservatives, but they don't have to support anything that you do. But you support everything they do, but they don't have to support you. Who's the house nigga now? None of that shit makes any sense, nigga. Huh? Oh, they don't got to support. Well, why are you supporting them? Listen, people, tell me how this logically makes sense. Listen, y'all. if I'm not a street nigga no more, because I'm going to make it simple, because I like to go back to shit that I know, right? I'm not a street nigga no more. And I like to make it clear and simple. I'm not a street nigga anymore, right? Can I relate to street shit? Yes. But if I am not a part of street shit anymore, and they're not, and I'm not supporting none of that street shit, right? Or they don't have to support what I'm doing, then why would they even fuck with me? Why would I even fuck with them? Listen, I'm always going to be connected to the streets. As a former street nigga, I come from that. I learned a lot from that, regardless if a lot of that shit was bad or not. My purpose is to get my brothers and sisters to understand that this shit we doing to each other ain't working. And we hurting each other. I would never say they don't have to understand where I come from. I would never say to them that they don't have to I don't have to accept anything that they do. Yeah, I do. Because I have to have acknowledgement of what that shit is. I have to understand it. Or why they do the bad shit. Or some good shit that happens. But I have to understand it. So, yes, I'm always open to street niggas trying to change. But for me to just be like, fuck them. I'm a former street nigga. If ain't nobody gave me the opportunity to find and grow and get the fuck out of that situation, who the fuck am I? I'm nobody. You know who I am? I'm Craig and them on the streets. Or I'm dead or I'm in jail. If ain't nobody had to care of who I am. Imagine you tell them, I don't give a fuck what y'all do, but I still support y'all. You can do all the crime in the world, all the fucked up shit in the world. I'm going to embrace you anyway. That's basically what this goofy ass nigga is saying. Man, please, bro. I ain't supporting no organization. Listen, I don't support street shit. I don't condone it. Right? But you don't see me out here riding with street niggas and glorifying that shit. That's like me sitting there saying, you know, like I said, once again, and I move on. That's like me sitting there saying, you know what, I don't know nothing about that street shit. I don't fuck with none of that street shit. They ain't gotta support me, but I'ma support them. What? So I'm just gonna support them regardless, because they don't have to support me. That's like a street nigga saying to me, hey, I support Kenny. And he ain't got to support me. No, I support of helping my brothers and sisters out that's in them streets. That want to come out of it, and maybe I can spark their brain to get them to change. It doesn't mean that I don't support you of doing better. Or know anything about you. Or care about it. Regardless if it's bad or good. I care. But I don't want you supporting me and I'm sitting there telling you niggas, fuck all you niggas. It ain't no hope for you niggas. But come over here and support me though. Come on, man. That shit don't make no sense. I want the young niggas, the street niggas, or who they is, to support me. And the reason you support me is because I'm telling the truth and I'm trying to help. Because I used to be ya. Fuck it, at the end of the day, you want to be real? I am ya. You want to be real? Part of that street mentality helps me to this day. But I just use it in a positive way instead of using it the way they use it. Or how I used to use it. You don't give a fuck if they support you or not. Yeah, I care. How about that, nigga? I don't want to fuck with nobody that don't support me. Please. Fuck out of here. I don't hang around people that don't support me and don't fuck with me. Nigga, what the fuck? That's some goofy shit. I want motherfuckers to have my back. Listen, when I was a street nigga, regardless of what my niggas did, right or wrong, nigga, I had they back. It doesn't matter. That's a little motherfucker. You get mad at the street shit all you want. But niggas like that, if a motherfucker is like that, regardless of what my niggas did, or what I even did, my niggas roll with me, I roll with them. That's how you know a motherfucker real. Regardless if it's right or wrong, you know they real. But a motherfucker tell you, nah, they ain't got to support me, but I support them though. What? Nip, you hear this shit? RP to Nip. What? Fuck out of here. Basically, all that's saying to me that you're okay with people being disloyal to you. And that means that you most likely a disloyal motherfucker. The Republican Party ain't got to accept me. But I accept them. What? Nigga, where they do that at? Who told you that shit was okay? Oh, I know who told you that was okay. White supremacy told you that was okay. Because that's all you doing it for, nigga. This shit don't make no sense. Anyway, let's move on.
The party doesn't even matter. The policies are what's important. See, when you say what part,
what policy?
Let me make a point. When you say what part of the Republican Party supports Pan-African, you are from that school of thought where you believe that the only way you can relate to or communicate politics to African American people is through fear mongering. You, Roland Martin.
First of all, dude, that's all bullshit. But anyway, let me just say this. I'm gonna say this once again. I don't know no clique. Because the Democrat Party and the Republican Party is a clique too. Okay? Nigga, I don't know no clique that niggas be like, oh, I'm gonna go fuck with this clique regardless if they accept me or not. What clique you know that? What clique you know that they feel that they can't trust you? That's why you think Trump flips out the way he does. He just flipped out on Lindsey Graham because Lindsey Graham just disagreed. Nigga, that's not reality, bro. Listen, it's supposed to be reality, but it's not. What fucked up universe you living in? Trump just proved you that you wrong. If you don't ride with Trump, he don't fuck with you. People, tell me what that is. That's gang type shit. That's mob ties, nigga. That's mob shit. That's gangster shit. That's street shit. You don't want nobody in your circle that's going to disagree with you. So you want yes people around you. The fuck are you talking about, bro? That's cult-like mentality. Anyway, let's move on, man. Oh, this dude, he's a buffoon.
Martin, you guys are all in the same. You guys are all in the same country.
What did I say?
Let's talk about policy.
No, hold on. What did I say to suggest fear mongering?
We're all.
First of all, my brother, You brung up no policies. Number one, other than the Ukraine shit. Because I agree with somebody on a certain policy doesn't mean I fuck with them like that. Just because I agree with somebody on one thing doesn't mean I actually fuck with them. That's not how real life, that's how life really supposed to be. But that's not how life is in America. You have to choose a side. This motherfucker pretending, nigga, you are so-called to be pro-black, but you still deal with racists. Tell me how that makes sense. If you are pro-black, how the fuck do you fuck with a dude like Donald Trump? Tell me how that makes sense. I know pro-black black people. They don't fuck with white people like that. At all. Listen, let me tell you something about pro-black people. They'll fuck with white people to a certain extent. It's damn near like a racist white person. They will fuck with white people to get what they want out of them. That's what a pro-black motherfucker is. A pro-black person is a racist, bro. If you want to be real about it. A pro-black person is like a fucking racist. Let's stop trying to pretend that it ain't no difference. It just is what it is. That's why you have never seen me come out and say I'm pro-black. For what? I'm not pro-black. I don't fuck with all black people. That's just this black dude. I don't fuck with him. Candace, I don't fuck with people like that. Ain't nothing pro-black. Please stop. And I wish people stop saying that they pro-black. You're not pro-black. If you are, you're a racist. It just is what it is. We're not gonna keep pretending this bullshit. Motherfucker sitting there, oh, but my people, that mean pro-black. No, it doesn't. Pro-black means, nigga, I don't fuck with nobody other than black, regardless if they do good or bad. These are facts. Look the definition up of it. You only fuck with black shit. White people can't be involved. What's the definition? What that definition describes of a fucking white racist or any other racist. Fuck out of here with that shit. Anyway, let's move on. You're starting to irritate me, bro.
Oh, we're all
I'm going
Americans.
to pause you again. What did I say that implied fear-mongering?
You said what part of the Republican Party supports Pan-African as if Pan-Africanism...
No. You said you're a Pan-Africanist and you vote Republican. I'm asking...
What's wrong? No, I vote for...
No. I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I was asking you to explain why you made the choice. I'm just asking you to...
He better than me because I'd have said, nigga, I know what's wrong with that. You can't say I'm over here in the plantation when you over there in the plantation too. He better than me. Listen, people, and I'll be honest about this. I'd rather try to figure out and understand more about, and I can accept more from black people that are ignorant to shit, that's naive to shit, than to sit here and pretend that I give grace to sellout ass black people that actually knows better. It's like when I hear racist ass white people talk and they ignorant as shit, and they can't really explain why they feel the way they kind of feel. That's because they naive. They don't know no better. I feel for them. Because I'm a fucking human being, and I know how I feel not to know something and being confused and being misguided. So I get it, right? So that's where my empathy and sympathy comes in at. That doesn't mean I'm okay with their thought process and how they're acting, but that's how I know I'm still a human being. I'm very offended of people that know better, and they continue to mislead and lie to people because they know better. He knows better. He ain't ignorant. He knows better. I know a motherfucker that knows something, but he's intentionally misleading and lying to people. He's intentionally doing it because he getting some money out of it. He getting a little fame out of it, whatever the fuck it may be. But he knows what he's doing. You're a bad reputation of black people, bro. Like, come on.
Wait, I'm just asking you to explain the policy.
Yes. I am a conservative. I have conservative values. Just like every single black person in America, I was raised on conservative values. But also,
first of all, sir, that is not true. Every black person in America has never been raised on conservative values. That is not true. Okay? And I know some. So, number one, that's a lie. Then number two, even if that was true, so the fuck what? I was raised as a motherfucking gangster, nigga. Part of street shit. Do that define who the fuck I am? No, it doesn't. Listen, the problem with conservative people, you make being a conservative and conservative values seem bad and harsh of y'all, how y'all speak in your behavior and how you treat others. You keep thinking it's just about policies. No, it's what you're saying. And then you say what you say, and then you try to turn it into policies. That's my issue. Give a fuck if you conservative or you religious. I don't care. You think I care about that. You care more about people's sexuality than I care about your religion. You do that. Nobody gives a fuck about you being religious. I explain this to y'all. Other than when they created the Constitution or whatever, right? Back in the day. Since then, they have never came with amendments or policies and shit like that to stop people from being religious or some shit like that. That has never happened. Right? But what we do know is that for black folks, women, regardless of what race they are, and for homosexuals, right, gay folks, we had to put amendments in. We had to pass laws and policies for that. Never for straight white Christian men. Have never had to pass a policy for that they feel discriminated against. To stop the discrimination. Has never happened in the history. The country was built around that bullshit of these ignorant pieces of shit. So please stop. These are the same people that's running around here talking about, being a heterosexual male is like ill. Like, you feel that way. But why you care about what another man is doing with another man? I don't give a fuck about that shit. That shit don't affect who fucking. I don't care. I ain't in their bedroom. I don't care. Who they kissing in public? I don't give a fuck. I ain't kissing no man. I ain't worrying about it. You worry about black people all the time. That's what y'all do. Worry about what we're doing. Get mad at us. Because we trying to progress and we trying to make shit equal. Oh, no, DEI. Let's get rid of that. We better off now. How are we better off when you the same motherfuckers telling us that it's discrimination, the policy is discriminating against white folks? So how are we better off? It doesn't make any sense. Listen, and I'm gonna say this very clearly. I do not want anybody to be discriminated against for getting a position, regardless of whatever race they are. That's DEI, motherfucker. If you want to be real. I'm a real DEI motherfucker. Affirmative action, however you want to look at it. I'm one of those people. I don't want you to not get this job because I'm black. If you more qualified than me, you deserve the goddamn job. But we know that is not true all the time. So to lie to yourself and pretend that happens, that, oh, black people get those jobs if they qualify. Bullshit. You can lie to yourself all you want. And a lot of the people that you tell that lie to, all you want. But we know that's not true. You know it ain't true. I know it ain't true. Now, the stupid people that you try to get to believe that, they may not know because they stupid and naive. And they've been brainwashed. But that's on you. I'm not going to stop fighting for equality because you tell me that we don't live in a racist country anymore. We don't need the Civil Rights Act and all that other shit. You can tell yourself all that shit all you want. But I'm black in America. And you ain't. And you can use all the token Negroes you want. But we know that they ain't got into that position of where they got to talk bad about black people other than we know you hired them to do it. See how that works? You can't fool black people like me, motherfucker. Anyway, let's move on.
The brain, which I can use so that I don't make decisions emotionally. Like I make decisions based on what's best for me and my people. Like you're all championed out.
Sir, I'm going to say this because I get very irritated with people that says emotions doesn't matter when you make decisions. Emotions matter when you making any decision, good or bad. It's a part of who you are as a human being. So emotions do matter. Is some people more emotional than others? Yes. But everybody makes decisions off emotions. If you don't want to, you get cold-hearted, you fuck your feelings, fuck your emotions. It's a reason for that. Listen, people, if I make a decision of passing a policy that hurts other people because my beliefs, my feelings, and what I believe says that's wrong, is that not emotions? Is that not emotions? If I discriminate or I don't want these type of people around me, is that emotions or not? We all emotional. Some more emotional than others. But we all make decisions off emotions. Your whole belief system is built off emotions. This whole no, you more. Yeah, some people are a little bit more emotional than others. Yes, that's true. But to sit here and pretend that you don't make decisions off emotions is bullshit. How do you even know how to feel about, even if you got fucked up emotions, or you make fucked up decisions? How you know how to feel that way? Off of emotions. It's a reason that people do shit off of emotions, good or bad, or beliefs or whatever. Anything in life, it's off of emotions. We are all emotional human beings. That's where I told y'all, a lot of people in this country lack humanity. Cause they try to pretend I'm strong. Look the definition of strong. Strong is an emotion. Being strong and all that other shit that niggas be talking about, I don't get emotion. That's the definition of emotions. Look it up. We are all emotional human beings. Some of us are more emotional about certain subjects and principles in life or whatever, and situations. We're a little bit more emotional about things. But a lot of us are not. When somebody gets angry, right? They are emotional. When somebody try to perceive that they don't really care about shit and they're more have a calmer demeanor, that's emotions. Or people trying to suppress their emotions, it's an emotion. Please just Google and educate yourselves on words. Please. Do not listen to these stupid people. Oh, you just, yeah, some people are more emotional than others in different issues. I can say he's very emotional. Come on, man.
And out for Palestine. That's an emotional thing. Palestine has nothing to do with the black experience in America. You're a black man.
About that? Can I ask you a
You're a
question
black
about that?
man. Let me finish my point.
Okay.
You're a black man who had a
Sir, for you to even just to say that's more of an emotional issue for him, but it's not that emotional for you. That's emotions, bruh. You trying to turn off your emotion because it shouldn't be an issue for you. Because they're not American. That's emotional shit. What are you talking about, bro? Anyway, let's move on. I like to break this shit down because the hypocrisy of how a lot of us even think when we're talking to one another. We say shit to each other and we don't even understand a lot of shit that we even say to one another to hurt each other. Like his whole point is trying to disrespect and hurt Lamont Hill. He an emotional nigga. We all done said that shit to friends or people that we know, or a woman or some shit. You too emotional. What you being emotional about? The whole time is, listen, niggas trying to get you to understand. Is she going a little too far? Yeah, you check that. But to say that she way too emotional, nigga, your whole reaction to that is emotional. Or whoever you deal with, everything's emotional. It's all about feelings. The fuck? If it's good or bad, it's all about feelings. You don't do shit unless you feel something. Regardless if it's bad or not. If it's bad or good, you feel emotions. If it makes you go out and do stupid shit, it's emotion. Let's move on, man.
who had a very prominent and powerful platform. You sacrificed that to talk about Palestine when no Palestinian anywhere will sacrifice anything for you. So when you lose your platform,
First of all, that is factually not true. You don't know what a Pakistani has done for him or any black people. You know nothing about that. You say no Pakistani would do anything to help black people. What are you talking about, bro? That is not true. See, when I tell niggas, use your words right before you start speaking. This is what I'm talking about. That's not true. You have no proof of that. That's the crazy part about it. And then you gotta think about it. What it is to you that would help somebody, right? Because everybody have a different definition of that. Of like, okay, what is help to you? Because help to me is different from another motherfucker. Like, be real. See, because you don't never want to break shit down. You just want to just throw out shit. That white supremacy, that's white supremacy talk. And think about trying to pretend that he's pro-black. Listen, bro, if that's the case, then why you give a fuck? Why you sign with white supremacists then? Because them white supremacists ain't did shit for all black people. All those white Republicans or whoever you fuck with and you side with them, they ain't did shit. All of them ain't did shit for black people. What are you talking about? So we gotta be mad at the Pakistanians because you say all of them ain't never did nothing. Well, all white people ain't did all shit for us either. See how that works? You goofy nigga. See, that's why you supposed to use your words right. Say some. Or some of those Pakistani. How the fuck they gonna do anything for us? And nigga, they hurting more. They hurting more than we are. We ain't over there. We ain't at war over there. Now we got some black folks over there in Pakistani. That's Pakistani. That's But I'm just saying. Like nigga, please stop. Listen. The bad part about it, he don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Because he has no clue, because he's just talking white supremacy talking points that he done seen on right wings, that he get paid from them same racist ass people. Come on, man. Let's go to a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back. All right, people, we back from a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams. We go live, people. And if you can donate to the channel, go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. You need more information to subscribe and donate to the channels down there scrolling below. Make sure you guys hit the like button, people, when you come in the building. And make sure you guys share the videos, man. Tell somebody that knows somebody. All right? But yeah, man. Just the hypocrisy of people, man. Let's move on.
Your platform, who loses a piece on the chessboard? Not Palestine. African American people.
Okay, so you're saying you're exclusively focused on the issues of Black people in America.
I'm not. First, I'm focused on issues of African Americans because I am African American and we're in a bad place politically. Second, I am focused on the issues concerning all Americans overall because I am an American,
Right,
whether that be white
all right,
Americans, Asian Americans, or
so do
whatever.
one thing for me. Define Pan Africanism for me.
Pan Africanism is the belief that all Black people around the globe should come together politically, um, politically, spiritually. Many might argue, and economically.
Okay.
Just if you're Black, no matter where.
And first of all, sir, that won't never happen. That won't never happen. You can keep wishing that shit. You can keep trying to push that nonsense bullshit, but that will never happen. You know what happens with that is that we turn into the people that oppressed us all around the world. Black folks. We're going to do the same shit that they did, and we have done it. We have done it to each other. That's what that shit stands for. Pan-African. Fuck are you talking about? Why you think Black people was even slaves here? Because from the so-called Pan-African Black folks. What are you talking about, bro? None of that type of ideology works. It has been proven. It has been proven through history, through religion, through the Pan-African shit that he's talking about. Come on, bro. Our own people sold us out. And even before that, you've seen Black people in Africa fight amongst each other in tribes and enslave each other through tribes. That don't happen, bro. Like that's not even realistic in a way. But he tried to do some slick shit and try to say, oh, well, I'm about Black Americans first. No, listen, when I tell you I'm about Black people first in America, I stand on that. But at least I'm honest. I'm telling you, not all of them. I'm about Black people first. It's a different definition of it. See how people can use different definitions? It's a different definition of it. I'm about Black people first in America. Not all them motherfuckers. Definitely not this dude. I don't wish him harm. I wish him well. But, nigga, you ain't nobody that I'm going to fight for and support. I'm not going to do that. I told you, anybody that sells out the white supremacy, nigga, you are not somebody that I'm going to support. You are not somebody I'm going to defend. You are not somebody, if I seen you in person getting your ass whipped by white supremacists, nigga, that's on you on your own. See, because I come from that lifestyle where, nigga, you ride with the motherfuckers you say you ride with. And motherfuckers you don't ride with, you don't ride with. I wish our people can get on one accord, but we can't do that. Because we too different. We grew up so differently in this country. This country has fucked us up. So, but we have to have a common space that where we do ride on 90% of things. And it's okay for that 10% that we disagree, but we never disrespect that 90. What happens is we disrespect that 90 when it comes to us. I cares about Black people I don't mind sitting down with Black religious people. I don't mind sitting down with Black conservatives and shit like that, but 90% that we're talking about, we have to agree on that. And if we can't, then us coming together is never going to happen. Black people are too different, and we've been all raised differently. We all been abused mentally, physically. And if we can't understand that, then what he's talking about would never happen. Our ancestors sold us off to America. And believe it or not, if you really get deep down in the country of Africa, they always have sold us out. A lot of our people in Africa. They always, around the globe, they have always sold us out to racists. Enslaved us out. And we then did it to ourselves. Just like you see other cultures do it to themselves. Just like Russia. Dictators, they sell their people, they enslave them. But it's no difference. That's why I keep telling people, they keep talking about, like, regardless of whatever status you are, if you don't treat other people with the same respect and human rights, then you just want to be somebody, overpower somebody. You get what I mean? When I talk to young niggas and shit, I try to relate. I understand my status. I understand who the fuck I am. I understand what I've been through. You can't take that from me. I know who I am. I'm an older dude. I get it. But to understand them, to connect to them, that's a whole nother different level. That's some special shit that you gotta have. And you gotta work on that. That ain't no shit that you just you have. No, you gotta work on it. But it seems like, and I keep telling y'all, this is why slavery happened. This is why we mistreat each other, regardless of what race you are. As a human being, this is why we mistreat each other. Because we get in positions and we get older sometimes and we've been through shit and we think we better. How? How are you better? None of us are better than anybody. We just been through more than some others. That's it. We ain't no better than nobody. Nobody's better than nobody. We just been through different shit. That's all it is. But we take that shit and we use it against each other as human beings. Fuck a race. Fuck a gender. Fuck who fucking who. We think we better. Some of us think we better. I'm sorry, some of us really truly think we better than others. And you ain't no better. Motherfucker, you gonna die like I'ma die with nobody in that casket but you. You know how you came in the world and you was born and people was like, there was people around when you was born and shit like that. When you die, there's gonna be some people around you when you die. But when you gone, you gone. But before you was born, nobody was there. Believe it or not, that's the only thing we got in common. And we should respect that. As human beings. But we don't. And when you don't see others like human beings, then that's why we the way we are. That's why we mistreat each other. That's why we talk to each other any type of way. We allow others to dictate how we supposed to treat each other. Nobody get to dictate how I treat nobody. I'm too grown for that. I know how I want to be treated, so I'm going to treat people the same way. Now, if you don't, that's different. That's a whole nother level of some shit. That's a whole nother side of me. But my interaction with you, if I don't know who you are, that's all we gonna do. And I understand we in a technology world. I get it too. I know how this shit work. But at the end of the day, still being a human being matters. Still recognizing yourself as a human being matters. And having morals and principles. That shit still matters. You can go anywhere. Nigga, we gonna have cars that's gonna be floating soon. Don't mean shit. Listen, everything from back in the day when I was like in the 90s and shit, I predicted a lot of this shit was gonna happen. I knew technology was gonna be very, very big at what it was gonna be. I knew it. The problem with that was that I did not understand how this shit was going to impact society of taking like this whole part of us of like we don't have any type of humanity for one another. I didn't predict that. I thought we would still keep that, but it's not that. We don't do that. We think we better than each other. And people might say, well, Kenny, it kind of been that back then, but it's a difference now. People really think they're better. Materialistically wise, people think they better. They really truly think that. Technology brought out the horrible people that we was trying to get rid of. Well, not get rid of, but like not let them have an impact in society. And people are like, well, that's kind of discriminating. No, it's not. I don't like fucked up people and bad people around me. I don't want them representing me either. I'm a grown ass man. When I'm young, that's different. You kind of don't give a fuck. You don't know no better. But as a grown ass man, I don't want nobody that's a bad person representing me. Understand that. You don't want people representing you that's bad people when you know better. But then you go with it because, it benefits you. I've been there already. I've been in the streets already. I know hanging around niggas that I know that's bad and fucked up and I went along with it. But I knew that shit would benefit me. I've been there already. So when I'm a grown ass adult and I know better and I'm watching these bad actors, these motherfuckers that sitting there pretending that they good people, I know they're not good people. Morally, they're not good people. There was no better. They're really no better than me. When I was out there doing that shit, that fuck shit I was doing, and being a part of what I was doing, they ain't no better. I done seen the worst of the worst. So how is a motherfucker gonna sit there and try to pretend that he ain't as worse or bad as the motherfuckers I hung around and been around when I was young? And they grown ass adults now, trying to pretend that they good people. I know better. I know better. And a lot of y'all know better. Like, come on. That's why I tell y'all, I don't hang around people that don't line up with my morals. You can't be around me. I try to give everybody chances. But on a daily basis, no. Nigga, I can hang around people. I don't like people like me all the time. I like different people give me different respect. But if your moral level ain't on my moral level, then I can't fuck with you. And sometimes you have to cut people off. You want to help people, you want to do this, but sometimes it's not healthy, bro. You stress yourself out and then you all fucked up and then you trying to, like, it's just weird. I'm just being honest with y'all, man. And then partly, and then gonna lie to y'all, I'm kind of dealing with it a little bit now. I ain't going into too much details about it, but I'm kind of dealing with it now. And it's like, I don't want to fuck with this person, but We lined up very well, but it just on a moral point, like, you know what I mean? A lot of my moral shit, we just not on the same level, but then we kind of do. It's weird. You can't figure it out. And that's why I said I ain't perfect. I'm still trying to figure shit out. Nobody's perfect, bro. That's why when people roll around and talk about, oh, well, nigga, if you ain't on this, you ain't caring about what I care about, then you ain't really like, you know, you're a bad person or whatever. Or like, nah, bro. Everybody has good qualities about them, but sometimes they bad quality can outweigh the good qualities in a way, if that makes sense. But anyway, let's move on.
Black, no matter where you are on the globe, you should be of the mind that in a mindset that favors the collective progress of Black people.
Well, fair enough. So I only have 2 minutes left, but I wanted to just get this. So
I wanted to say this too. My brother, I don't know what universe you living in. It is African brothers and sisters from different continents around the globe that don't like niggas like you or me. And then we got it way too good. So tell me how that makes sense. It is. See, the problem with that pro-black shit is that they don't understand that if you're going to be pro-black, we going to embrace all of our people, regardless if they do good or bad. What black person that's a respectful black person that got morals and respect about themselves and just have morals, that's going to accept a black person that molests children and rape people or murder children or side with white supremacy, side with hate? So we can't accept all black folks. We can't be all pro-black. You can't be pro-black, nigga. Because if you pro-black, you got to accept the good and the bad. That's pro-black. You got to accept all that shit. These niggas ain't pro-black. He's proving that now, that he's calling Lamont Hill because he disagreed with the brother or whatever. He should be accepting him regardless. See, these niggas be lying up. Never mind. Let's move on. They make up shit and they lie about how pro-black they are, but you not that. Ain't no man, no black man, regardless of wherever country you from or continent, you ain't pro-black. You know why? Because number one, and I just say this on some real shit, you rape my daughter, I kill you. You hurt my daughter any type, I kill you. And I don't give a fuck if you black or not. So I ain't pro-black. See how that works? I kill another black man. You fuck with mine. See how that work? So I never sit there and pretend to you like I care about being pro-black. I care about my people, but not all my people. Because if you hurt your own people, then I kind of don't give a fuck about you that much. And it depends what you do. See how that works? See how the realness, see how real work? Not this whole, this weird ass shit that niggas be doing, talking about, oh, I'm pro-black and I'm pro this. No, you not. If a black man rapes your daughter, how pro-black are you? You gonna let him go? You ain't gonna do nothing to him. You ain't gonna be upset. You just gonna let it go, huh? And that goes to some of you religious motherfuckers. Since you so religious, you gonna let a motherfucker just rape your daughter? You gonna sit there and let your daughter get raped, and you got a chance to kill that motherfucker, but he just sitting there raping your daughter. You ain't gonna do nothing about it? Man, please stop. You don't even believe in that shit fully. You can't. It's impossible. You can't kill my motherfucking blood in front of me or rape my blood in front of me. And I don't give a fuck what color skin you are and think I'm pro-life or I'm pro-black or get the fuck out of here. You have to be a very cruel motherfucker to allow that shit to happen in your presence and do nothing about it. You motherfuckers ain't pro shit. Listen, none of us are pro everything. We just about that. That's a lie. Stop lying to yourselves. You molest or hurt my daughter in front of me, disrespect my wife or but we got a motherfucking problem, bro. I'm just telling you. That shit ain't gonna go well. Fuck that pro-black shit. These people I love and care. When the motherfuckers talking about shouldn't have emotions with this. That's what a cult say. People that's in a cult or head of a cult tell you no emotions. But then they still use emotions. Tell me how that makes sense. They tell you not to be emotional, but they using emotions to tell you not to be emotional. It doesn't make any sense. Keep lying. Listen, some of my people, keep lying to yourselves about religion, all that shit. And I'm not saying to not be religious and none of that shit, but y'all gotta be, y'all have to live in reality. Y'all live in this fantasy world. And you know the crazy part about it, I used to be just as religious as a lot of these motherfuckers, but I know better. This life that we live, it's about us, how we treat each other. Not about religion. Not about this materialistic bullshit in life, not even capitalism. None of this shit. Nobody dies with you, bro. Your family, listen, I love my daughter and all that other shit. I love my wife and her, but they ain't gonna die with me, bro. My whole purpose is they remember how good of a person I was. Fuck a man or woman or transgender, whatever the fuck anybody want to be. As a person, how good was I as a person? That's what I need to be remembered by. Other than anything else, that shit is all adjectives and motherfuckers just sitting there saying whatever. I told people this. When people die, people will forget you. Because you know why? Because they have to live life. So your whole purpose of when you on earth is to be comfortable in your skin and have an impact of the people around you. That's all that matters. All that other extra shit that everybody try to do is all bullshit. Regardless if you're rich, poor, famous, whatever. Or you are it in life. It doesn't matter. And like I said, when you die, you rich, poor, whatever, right? Where you know you going? Do you know you going to heaven or hell? You don't know that. They tell you all that shit. They mislead the Bible and all that shit. What you talking about, Callie? What you talking about? What's happened to him? What you mean, what's happened to him? What are you talking about? We don't know nothing, bro. Everybody sit here and we judge each other and we all got this thing. right? To see anybody in pain. Listen, we all hurt people. We all do, right? We all hurt people. So, is we better than some people? Yes, I believe so. And I not try to pretend that. You know what I mean? I'm better than a rapist or a murderer. Some motherfuckers like that in certain situations. Yeah, I am. No, you asked what happened. What happened to who? Who you talking to? What happened to who? That's the question I asked. I understand why you came here or whatever. I'm asking you who you talking about. What happened to who? You said what happened to him, and you put a question mark. What happened to who? Who you talking about? But yeah, we gotta stop that shit, man. And people really need to really like. I know society is what it is, but a lot of times this shit is deeper than that. Like that's why I never like I ain't mad at religion. I'm just not religious. I get why they want to have this thing of how they think the afterlife is and shit like how it's gonna be. Uh oh, you say hell? I mean, okay, yeah. But I get that. But at the end of you know, really at the end of the life, nobody dies with you, bro. You die, and you by yourself, and you just gotta live with that. Well, shit, you ain't living no more. You gone. Nobody knows what happens to you after you leave. Ask all these religious folks. What happens to them? Can they tell you exactly where anybody went? Actually, they can't tell you that. They can just tell you this is what God said in the Bible, but they can't tell you literally, factual, where you went when you die. When any of us be dead and gone. And I ain't wishing death on nobody, but I'm just saying, nobody can tell you that shit. Nobody can tell you that. They can assume. Religion is not factual. I know people gonna say, Kenny, you've been disrespectful to religious people. No, I'm not. Ask anybody that's religious. Fuck they believe. What is factual that they can say where this person went? Did they go to heaven or hell? They can believe in whatever they want to believe. Do they know factually? Did they go to hell, heaven or hell? Or they didn't go to neither? Nobody knows. That's why I keep telling everybody, stop judging everybody all the time. Certain shit you can't judge people on. Or just have an open mind and shit. Nobody knows. You know where nobody goes. The most horrible person you don't know where they went. You assuming they going to hell. We say it all the time, they going to hell. They bad, fucked up people. We say it all the time. But do we know? Let me ask you a question. Have anybody ever sat down with the dead, people that died, and said, hey, where you at? You in hell or heaven? I know we see a lot of bullshit on the internet and all that other shit, but that ain't proof. These so-called psychics and people or whatever, and I don't try to discredit them too much. I'm a realistic person. If I ain't seen it, I don't know what the fuck going on. Then I'll be honest about it. You know where you know where Hitler went? We don't know where Hitler went. Yeah, we know he was a horrible person here on Earth, but do you know where Hitler at? No, we don't. We assume he in hell. Because he was a bad human being on Earth. So we just assume that. But we don't know that. Have anybody died and came back? And told me where all these other motherfuckers are. Listen, having the time, people, let me just be very honest. You don't even know what your dreams mean. I used to predict a lot of shit, and it happened. That don't make me a psychic. That don't mean like I know everything that's going on. Because you know what? A lot of times I was wrong. And it didn't go down exactly the way I said it. Just a little gift that you may have. Listen, people, I'm never saying that I am against spirituality. I'm a very spiritual person. But this whole notion, religious people and people that's a part of a certain culture of religion, they try to tell you how life after death is bullshit. They know nothing about it. I don't even know if they could be right. I don't know. They don't know. Regardless of their belief, regardless of their faith, regardless of a tribe or culture or shit they going through, they don't know. Ain't nobody talk to the dead, bro. Nobody. It ain't a motherfucker. They say people come back differently, right? It was that little movement with religion. People come back a different person, or they might be an animal or whatever. You ain't heard nobody come back and say, "Oh, I live in this lifetime." And if you heard them say that they came back from another life and they came here, you look at them like they crazy. These are facts. So please stop. Let's move on. Shout out to Brother Bell in the building.
So you're criticizing me for not being focused enough on blacks in America, but your identity as a Pan-Africanist means you're concerned with people in countries all around the world.
Right.
You don't see the
there's black
contradiction?
people in America. There's black people in America. So I
No, hold on,
support
let me finish. You asked me to let you finish. I'll let you
You
finish.
said you had 2 minutes and you taking up the 2 minutes.
I'm going to give you the 2 minutes, but I am going to talk on my own show.
Okay.
So you'll still have your 2 minutes. But
I
I
have my own show, but go ahead.
I didn't say you don't have a show. This just isn't it. What I'm saying is,
see how you do? Oh, I got my own show too. But nigga, you're not on your show. You on somebody else's show. So be respectful. See, that's the problem with a lot of Americans. We don't understand respect anymore. And we use social media to act like, oh, nigga, I got my own shit. I ain't got to be respectful to you. I got my own shit. It's like materialistic shit. Motherfuckers like, nigga, I'm balling. I got my own money. I got my own materialistic shit. I ain't got to respect you. Not when you dealing with somebody else. Yes, you do. See how that goes? See how he did that? See, this is what I'm talking about, humanity. This is what I'm talking about, respect for others. Okay, bro, you got what you got, but you on somebody else's show, so show some respect. Show that you give a fuck about other people's platform. I got my own shit, so hey, so what that mean? What? Nigga, you came on that man's program. He invited you, but you have to accept, right? So respect it. And I told y'all, when I don't respect people, I don't talk to them. I understand that. If I don't talk to certain people or interact with certain people, it's because I don't respect them anymore. Because I know that, nigga, your shit don't really matter to me. See, that's what I'm saying. But at least I'm honest about it. His first reaction was, he said, listen, this is my show. That's how that goes over here. His first reaction, nigga, I got my own show. So what you saying? Trying like you better than me? No, motherfucker. It's a respect level.
Thing is, we have two.
Hold on. Kelly, what you saying? You know him for what? So what? You know him? What? So what that mean? What do that mean? I'm asking the serious question. What do that mean? I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm trying to. What do that mean? You know him. So what? What that mean? What that mean, Callie? You know him. So he Pakistani, right? Actually, the brother never said he was Pakistani. I didn't say that. I listen, Callie, come on, man. Stop doing that. Listen to what I'm saying. He never said he was Pakistani. Actually, he mad at Lamont Hill for sticking up for Pakistanians. So what are you talking about? Because he says that if you're a black American, he shouldn't care about Pakistanians. No, bro, that's not. He has never said he was Pakistani. He's never said that. He's never said that. I've been doing the shit for what, almost over 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes. No, he has never said he's Pakistani. He has said that why the hell we care about that? That's what he said. Nigga, hey, maybe you may need to go back in the beginning of this live stream and understand where we at. He has never said that. So that is not true. Pakistani is Pakistani. No, bro, stop. That's not true. He has never claimed y'all. He has never claimed that. That is not true. That is not true. He's never claimed y'all. Or claimed Pakistani or whatever. He's never claimed that. So that's not true. And listen, and let me just say this. I don't give a damn if it's different continents or whatever, bro. That doesn't matter. The man has never claimed Pakistani. This is true. I don't know why you keep saying that. That is not true. He was actually mad at Lamont Hill for siding with Pakistani. For siding with people that from Pakistani people in no country, Ghana's and all that shit. He was actually mad about that, right? That we shouldn't send money and we shouldn't do these things. So what are you talking about? That's not true. I know you care about your home country or whatever. Like, dude, why would you want to fuck with a party that's against your party? I mean, against people that look like you. I don't understand that. It's false. Okay. All right. I'm lying. All right, bro. Go ahead and look at this shit back up. Go back in the beginning of this video. He says it, bro. I ain't got no reason to lie about shit like that. But listen, my brother. So what do that matter, though? I'm just trying to understand, what did that matter? You saying it's a difference. So what did that matter? So then when black Americans, so do you agree with that black Americans say ain't you or any other African continents or any other race can speak on black shit? Right? How that make you feel? Okay. That doesn't mean anything. So it ain't no Pakistanians in Gaza, right? Is that what you telling me? See, this is what I mean about understanding shit. What did that mean? It's not just their opinion, bro. Listen, tell me how that makes any sense. So I'm gonna say this, right? You want to use that type of narrative, right? As a, okay, cool. Right? That's cool. But let me use this narrative on you then. You ain't a black American. You should never ever speak on black people. You should never say certain shit. Do that make that right? Should you not ever speak on black issues in America? Come on, bro, stop. I don't have to throw up a fucking map. I'm asking you a simple question. If that's the case of what you're saying, then you should never, ever speak on black American shit. Because number one, regardless of what your map is, because that'll take a map too. You don't come from where we come from, so you shouldn't speak on it. And nobody should speak on black shit in America. Black people in America. Only black people. Shit, Canada's got more of a say than you do. And we know we don't respect Canada's shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. I ain't trying to disrespect Pakistani and shit. Yeah, I would look forward to hearing from y'all more. But this man said he's Pakistani. He didn't never say that. He's not from Pakistani. He didn't say no shit like that. He was actually against it. Come on, man. Please stop that shit. Please. Stop agreeing with shit that don't make no sense. Please stop. And just because it fits your narrative, that shit, it sound right to you. Stop, Callie. You my man, 100 grand, but come on, bro. Anyway, let's go to a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back. right, people, we're back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel. We'll highly appreciate it. Need more information to subscribe and donate to channels down there scrolling below. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come up in the building. If you disagree or not, just hit the motherfucking like button or hit the down button. It is what it is. And make sure you guys share the video, man, so we can tell somebody to know somebody. All right. Listen, to my man Cali, we disagree on this issue. I'll pause this shit. Right? I'll send you the link to come on up in here. And so you can talk to me more about it. Do you want me to send you the link and we talk more about it? We can do that. We can do more of that. Like, you know what I mean? Going through this chat shit, like, come on up in the building and tell me that where I'm lying about or whatever you talking about, that where we can have this discussion about it. You want me to send you the link? We can break this shit down. Let's educate the people. You know what I mean? If you feel like you got a point of what you trying to say it. Come on up in here. You want me to send you the link? Okay, I guess not. Let's move on, y'all. People say what they say, but niggas want to really get into the business of it. You know what I mean? And be vocal on it. We can be vocal on it. I go for anybody. Anybody want to get up in the building? Want to debate me on it? Go ahead. Let's do this shit. Like real talk. Let's move on.
We have 2 minutes. I'm going to talk, and then I'll give you a chance to respond, and you'll have the same amount of time you'd have had if you don't interrupt. So you're saying I should only be concerned with black people in America.
That is your.
You, however, are concerned with people outside of America if you identify as a Pan-Africanist. That is inherently a contradiction. The next, I'll let you finish. Just let me respond. Let me make the point before you respond. The fundamental premise that you had here, though, is that
listen, and honestly, I believe he took that shit from real black people and twisted it to side with white supremacy. Because that's what a lot of sellout niggas do. They take our issues and it's like selling us out. They get that shit to the white supremacists and they misuse it. I don't think that's what that stands for. But at the same time, the definition of that shit is almost like white racist to me. I don't understand why people is pro this and pro that. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. Like I say I'm about black folks, but I ain't about all black people. I might as well say I'm about some black folks. Because I don't really give a fuck about all black people. Or other races of people. I don't. I'm not going to sit there and lie to y'all. Fuck out of here. You motherfuckers are horrible individuals and horrible human beings. I don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? At least I'm honest about it. These motherfuckers pretend, I'm about all black people. No, you're not. Because if you're all about all black people, regardless of what we do, good or bad, you ride with it. No, I don't ride with all black people that do bad shit. Sorry. Let's move on.
I prioritize Palestine and don't deal with black people in America. I've written 8 books. 7 of them are about black people in America. I run a community education program for black people in America. I do organizing and activism for black people in America. I fight to release political prisoners, all of whom are black, here in America. I open a bookstore for black people here in America. I've taught at HBCUs here in America for black people. All the media platforms, BET, The Griot, The Root, all media platforms, Black America. So
And that's my point. It's like a lot of times black people got this thing of we try to do this thing of the definition of what black people who's black and who's not, right? And I had to catch myself of doing that. Listen, nigga, I'm not in the position of a Lamont Hill or Roland Martin or Barack Obama or Jay Z or LeBron James and some of the rich folks, rich black folks, not in a position. Yes, would I do something differently? Yes, and how I would do shit? Yes, but I'm not in that position. Who am I to question how black they are? So when we talk about sellouts, we gotta be very careful of how we calling people sellouts. You get what I mean? Like, I don't know no organizations that Candace and does for black folks, other than that fake Republican bullshit, right? Or the recruiting black people on some shit. Bram Tatum, the rest of them. I don't see what they do, nigga. They not fucking with our people. They not uplifting our people. All you see is them downgrading our people. It's a difference, right? Even the Charles Barkley's of the world. He's an iffy nigga. I say an iffy nigga. And can we call Charles Barkley a straight up sellout and coon? I don't know that for sure at this point. I know he do some suspect shit though, and say some suspect shit that kind of be like, yo, that shit be some sellout bullshit. You know what I mean? But do we really know that he's a sellout? You know what I mean? And like I said, I ain't heard no organization. And if you don't do the details on what these people do for black people, then you can't question their motives in a way. You have to do a deep dive in who they are and what they do. We have to do that. That's all I'm saying to everybody. Can't keep calling people sellouts and coons and shit, and you don't know uh, what these motherfuckers really stand for and what they do support. We can, we can't. It's one thing is saying we don't like what they say, and that shit sound like some coonery shit or sellout shit. But if you don't do the research and you don't put that out there, then you can't say that. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, let's move on.
So Mike, I have two questions for you, right? And then you can go at it however you want.
And
And
hold
for the
up, and I
full,
don't want people to misconstrue what I'm saying. Yeah, Charles Barkley is a sellout. Yes. I don't want people to misconstrue that. But yes, Charles Barkley is a sellout. I can prove it. See, you got to prove that shit. That these people are sellouts and coons. Just because you disagree with certain actions and certain shit like that, that's different. But yeah, Charles Barkley is a damn sure sellout. Hell yeah. Let's move on.
for the full 2 minutes, you ain't lost a thing. First question is, what am I not doing for Black America that is sufficient? And the second question is, if you care about Black people all around the globe, then why not deal with the Black people or the African people who are in Palestine? Those are my two questions.
Okay. So I'm just gonna make this to the point. African American people, our people who live in America, our political ignorance actually impacts the rest of the world. It's no secret that black people voting for Joe Biden at a clip of 87% was the
And let me say this. A lot of black people, partly he's not wrong about it, but the other part is that why black people care. See, it's another thing to talk about how black people ain't this and black people ain't that. Why would we care? Why would we care about some shit that don't affect us, right? And number two, listen, we can be ignorant to shit is because it's a country that has kind of made us ignorant. It's not playing victim. These are facts. A country that we've been enslaved in, made us ignorant. And we get to, as black people, we get on our high horses. We know some shit. We educate ourselves. And then we try to sit there and disrespect our black folks that don't know no better. How we better? We better than them white folks? Because we can tell our black people, y'all ignorant of this shit. Y'all don't know shit. How about it been generations or we haven't had the opportunity to know anything better? How about we fight for our black folks that don't know no better? That maybe not be educated in it. And not mislead them either on lies and deceiving about history. How about we do that? You listen, you're the type of dude that want to mislead our people. You're doing the same shit that white supremacy did, but you tell them how ignorant they are. But you don't want to tell them the real. So how you better, bro? How you better than the so-called liberals or all that other shit, the radical liberals, or how ignorant those black folks are? How you better than them? You know better, and you still continue to sit there and mislead them. You don't tell our black people the truth. You tell them with the white supremacists that pay you, you bitch ass nigga. You drifter. So what are you talking about? See, this is the shit I'm talking about, man. They not good for the black community. They tell us how bad we are, how misleading we are, how bad we don't know shit. But at the same fucking time, these motherfuckers don't tell us the truth. They got all this knowledge, right? But they lying about the knowledge that they know. They fabricate the facts. That's what they do. And then they try to sit there and, oh, it's just the liberals lying to you. The liberals just lying to you. Hey, black folks, if I sit there and I tell y'all, my people, if I tell y'all, I sit there and I tell you, yeah, all liberals lie to you. But the Republican, that party, oh, they don't lie to you. They tell you the truth. Or if I do, all the Republicans, they lie to y'all. But I never say, the Democrat Party never lie to you. How am I better? Tell me how I'm better. So do I have a reason of misleading you and not telling you the truth because I side with a party? I'm more conservative. But I'll never tell you how bad the conservative party is for black people. But I'll tell you how bad the liberals are. How's that helping y'all? Right? And then vice versa. I'm all liberal. I say all the liberal shit is good. Tell you all the good shit. But not tell you how bad this shit is that they do. Or I'll tell you how bad the Republican Party is. But I never tell you nothing about how bad the liberals are. Who's misleading you? Matter of fact, I'm sorry. Am I misleading you? Am I not telling you the truth? See, this is what I'm talking about. They're not for the black community. You're trying to recruit black people to be conservative and Republicans so we can go back to being slaves. Listen, I'm going to say this because I got another show I'm going to do. Let me tell y'all something. When it comes to this religious shit, white racist people have used religion to misguide black folks. And I'm going to prove my point on that. on my next live stream. I guarantee you I'm going to do it. Listen, we have been made to seem like we are Americans, right? We got to love America. We do not. They have used everything in the book to make us feel oppressed. And people that ain't black, right? They ain't black, right? They ain't black Americans. They like to come over here and tell us about religion, and they like to tell us about, and no disrespect to Cali and shit like that, tell us about Pakistani and all that other shit. Nigga, that shit don't mean nothing to me as a black person, and a lot of black people in this country. You ain't you ain't been a black American. How the fuck you gonna tell us about us? They've been misleading us for generations, over 100 years, and you motherfuckers try to sit here and you come over here and talk telling us about how we should act or what we should believe in. You don't get to tell us that. Only black Americans tell other black Americans that, regardless if we disagree with them or not. You motherfuckers, you can learn the history or whatever you want to learn. You ain't lived the life. You ain't been black in this motherfucker. You ain't the race that been more discriminated against and enslaved in this country. The only motherfuckers that actually really can talk to us and have a conversation with us and really be like really have that conversation with us is the Native Americans. You can't have a conversation with us about who we supposed to be and how we should feel. Ain't no race other than the Native Americans. I don't give a fuck how much you went to school and learned history. You can't tell a black person like me about some shit that you went to school for. I lived this life. I ain't had to go to school to live this. I ain't had to go to school to live to know about discrimination. I ain't had to go to school for that. I lived it. So who the fuck are you to tell me? See, that's how that goes, Cali. And a lot of you niggas that ain't black, y'all want to tell black people how we supposed to feel about shit. You don't get to tell us that. That actually live this shit. You ain't live where we live here. Oh, in Pakistan, you know your people. I never tell you about that. I want to understand it. I want to support you. Because I don't know nothing about it. But you come over here, this motherfucker, and try to tell black people about how we supposed to feel and all this other shit. You can't tell black people about shit. Regardless if they good or bad black people. You can't tell them shit. You don't live our life. You ain't black in America. Regardless if you was born here. If you was the first generation of it, you can't tell black people shit. Your people wasn't slaves here. Wasn't. Ever. And still to this day, for hundreds of years, we even still and let's be real about your people or any other people. You motherfuckers get more opportunities than we do. And we fought for y'all. You in a situation that our black people supposed to be. But we fought for y'all to be there and we ain't mad. It's all good. Let you shine. Ain't nobody saying, oh, DEI or the civil rights is the reason you got that position. You got it. Smart enough to get that position. See how that goes? We don't do the shit that you do. You side with white supremacy and you don't even know you do. Nigga, we always been here. We always been fighting for everybody. And I always tell all you different races of people and different cultures of people and genders of people. If you gay, whatever you, well, I don't give a fuck. Put some fucking respect on Black Americans' name. Y'all don't support us like y'all supposed to. Y'all don't ride with us like y'all supposed to. You mad because a lot of the times black people that come from this country, especially the new generation, they don't, nigga, they not giving a fuck about what you talking about. They understand, a lot of them, they may not understand that some of them do. They understand the history. We proud of who we are. We proud of what we did. You gotta understand, over hundreds of years, black people ain't been proud. So when you see those black children, our black children, being proud and arrogant, that bothers you motherfuckers. Why they arrogant like that? They ain't shit. Nigga, we better than you. If you think on some racial shit and you mad at black people for being arrogant, we can't have confidence. They done fucked our confidence up for hundreds of years. Still kind of a little broken. So when you see some real arrogant black folks, in a way, let it go. Let it go. I don't give a fuck what race you are. Let it go. They deserve to feel a little arrogant. Other than sellouts. If they sellouts, fuck them. But don't ever get that shit twisted about black people. That you can just talk shit about our black people. That's even bad. Cause nigga, we can go back to y'all heritage or y'all people ain't shit. Some of y'all people ain't shit. Fuck out of here. See how that goes? See how sometimes you can't disrespect other people when your people ain't all that? Your people ain't shit. Listen, in y'all country, and a lot of y'all come from different cultures and shit, y'all done enslaved people that look like me, that was darker than you. These are facts. So don't sit there and act like y'all so much better than us. I understand you didn't do it. I get that. I ain't do some shit like that. I get that. But I don't act like I'm better than you. Fuck out of here, man. You know what I noticed though? And I'll leave this with this. You know what I noticed? That when black people like me, very confident of who we are, it seems like a lot of different races of people have a problem with that. They have a problem with that. That's like we need to be humble. Humble about what? We've been humble. We've been humble. A lot of you motherfuckers wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for us. You wouldn't even be first generations or second generations or third generations or fourth or fifth or sixth if it wasn't for us. Remember that. Put some fucking respect on our name. Stop disrespecting us. And then you wonder why, listen, black people are arrogant, and somehow black people are arrogant for a reason. Because a lot of our black people, you want to know real? A lot of our black people are arrogant because they don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. Or what you even talking about. They live in a different generation. They grew up a certain type of way. They know about being poor, but they don't know about that discrimination or why they poor. They don't know why they was poor. They didn't know why they grew up that way. Listen, is that part of our own fault as black Americans? Yes. But it ain't for you to do that. That's for us to teach them. And, you know what I mean, get in their ass. That ain't for you to do. You got no right to talk to our people like that. Regardless of how ignorant they are. You have no right to do that. I don't give a fuck what race you are. You don't have no right to talk to our people that way or act like we tripping. You don't got no right. That's like me disrespect. That's the real reason why I do not talk about shit outside the country that much. It's not that I'm just not qualified to talk about it. It's another thing of, nigga, my opinion is what it is, but that's y'all people. But I support y'all on certain shit. I do. Got your back. And I ride with that. Because as a human being, I ride with it. Ain't about no other shit. As a human being, I ride with it. And nigga, stop speaking on my people. I mean that. And I go for Cali and anybody else. Stop speaking on my people, yo. You ain't got no motherfucking say in our shit. You ain't got no say. If you was born here, nigga, you ain't nothing but a first or second generation of what our people is. I'm not saying that you can't have a say. I'm just saying stop disrespecting us. Hey, listen, I can find wrong in your people. What you talking about? But I notice when we talk about my people, you like to find the wrong in ours. And we speak on your people, no nigga, we been anti-Semitic. Nah, bro. That's not how that works. You niggas always try to do. A lot of you motherfuckers like to do that. Different races of people like to do that with black Americans. Y'all like to sit there and try to pretend that y'all better than us. You ain't better than us. And a lot of your culture, even it ain't my culture or our people culture. Nigga, your culture wouldn't even matter here if it wasn't for us. Think about it. Nobody gives a fuck about your culture if black people ain't for it. Black Americans. Think about that. Put some fucking respect on our name. Nobody gives a fuck about your culture. Nobody. If it ain't for us. Fighting for y'all rights to have your culture here. That's why when them racists, they always come out and talk about, oh, they trying to get rid of religion. How? When we let all these other different cultures of people with different religions and culture come in here and be a part of this. We fought for that. That's what black Americans did. That's what that whole civil rights movement was. The fuck are y'all talking about, man? Put some fucking respect on our name, man. You motherfuckers running around here and you disrespect us and then you try to sit there, oh, we about black people. No, you're not. We ain't saying you gotta kiss our ass, but god damn it. Put some fucking respect on our name. You motherfuckers ain't did what we did here. You wouldn't exist. Your whole point of view, what you say, means nothing if we don't do what we do. We fought for everybody. Remember that. Regardless of what you want to say about the civil rights era or how you feel now about it, nigga, we fought for everybody. That's why y'all even got to say. Because see, back in the racist, religious, the Trump people that they talking now, dumb motherfuckers, they don't even want you to speak. But we did that. We fought against it. And now you motherfuckers want to side with the same people that's trying to take those same rights that we made y'all, and they tell y'all, oh, it doesn't matter here. The reason it doesn't matter because they don't want you to want it to matter. They don't want that shit to matter to y'all. Oh no, we all good now. Ain't no race, ain't none of that shit going on. Yeah, all right. The reason that they're telling you goofy motherfuckers that is because of the simple fact that, nigga, At the end of the goddamn day, let's be real. At the end of the day, if you got enough minority people in the country that just side with religion, right? A lot of y'all may side. And then the other side say, hey, you know what? No, there ain't no racism going on. They let us have the American dream. But the whole time, this is what systemic racism is. The whole time, they're sitting there plotting to take away your rights, to mistreat you in the workforce, to make sure you don't get paid good and shit like that. There's other shit on top of that too. And you so fucking ignorant because you thinking, oh, we came a long way. Who came a long way? So you can't speak about coming a long way without black people making sure you came a long way. You don't respect the motherfuckers that actually fought for you. But you want to side with the racist white motherfuckers that ain't fight for you. They was never okay with civil rights. Even to this day. And it's what Tim Scott was saying. Tim Scott is a sellout. It been house niggas. Do you don't understand that? My unidentified black brothers and sisters, y'all don't understand that? That nigga ain't part of the black community. Nobody, who the fuck is up Tim Scott? Can two things be true? There's some black people that live on a Democrat plantation. That is facts. But it's very, very true that we got house niggas, that a lot of them, that live on a plantation of Republicans. These are facts. Both things can be true. Stop acting like you gotta be a part of something. You don't. Nigga, find your own way. And find your own truth. You sit there and you just side with these niggas because these niggas tell you, this who did me. No, it doesn't. I've been living here all my life. I'll be 43 this year. God willing. Listen. Ain't no nigga made me, man. I'm who the fuck I am. I love all the people that inspired me, showed me love, and gave me opportunities to be better and help me change my life. Love them to death. Always give them props. I'm a grown-ass man, bro. I'm who the fuck I am because of me. But I respect my elders and I respect others. But nigga, I can't be the person I am if it ain't for me to make change. I have to make that change. You motherfuckers sit there and you sit there and you glorify people that you shouldn't glorify at grown ass age. I don't glorify no nigga. Nigga, when I was young, I understood that. And I was naive, like I'm glorifying the street niggas and all that shit and glorifying all these people. Nigga, I don't glorify nobody. Niggas think I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan. I love Kobe. That's my guy. Kobe does not define who I am as a man. Who I am as a person. Kobe would never do that. As much as I care about Kobe, nigga, get the fuck out of here. I'm a man. And mind you, and let's be very honest, regardless of a motherfucker dead or alive, right? No disrespect. Nigga, I'm who I am. I gotta be me. I'm a man. I'm a human being. Nigga, I want people to treat me the way I want them, how I treat them. The fuck are we talking about? Ain't no nigga got that power over me. No man. No woman, no man, nobody. The fuck out of here. A lot of you niggas hide behind, you hide of being cowards. And then you try to sit there and blame everybody else for your coward shit. You niggas are cowards. You let these niggas sit there and tell you what you can and can't be. Nigga, ain't no nigga can tell me nothing. In that way. No. If I'm a human being, I'm a human being. And I fight for that. Ain't no American shit. Ain't no world shit. Nigga, I'm a human being. I want any human being to treat me a certain type of way. Of course, I know culture. I know all that shit because that's just having knowledge. But at the end of the day, I'm a human being. I don't give a fuck what you niggas talking about. I die being me. How I treat people. Fuck out of here. That shit is sad. That shit is sad. I don't like that shit. Niggas out here wilding. Acting like they better than some motherfucker. You ain't better than nobody, bro. Seriously. Ask that nigga, Cali, how he better. Because it's different, because he has a different perspective. So he better? When I can break down his perspective that it ain't shit. These are facts. And I can break down facts to his shit. So is he better, or am I better than him? No. Sometimes a conversation is a conversation. But don't act like you better than somebody. Get that shit out y'all heart, man. Y'all better than somebody. Ain't nobody better than nobody, bro. Until a motherfucker prove that they ain't better. I have never proved that I'm better than anybody. And I stand on that. Ain't no nigga is better than me, and I ain't better than none of y'all. Unless I tell you I'm better than you. And I can prove that I'm better than you. And like I said, for me, it's always about morals. Not that other shit that y'all talking about. But anyway. Let's move on. Let's get on out here, man. I gotta do another live stream. Leave your comments. Hit that like button. Support your boy. It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world, people.